Chapter 182. What did you say? Shenlin looked at Muqiqi angrily. Don't think that I won't dare to hurt you just because Grandpa is protecting you. I just came here, and you're already angry. Are you trying to teach me a lesson? Muqiqi leaned back and looked at Shenlin. But, I don't want to be angry because of you. I pity you. Shenlin looked at Muqiqi. What are you talking about? Do I need you to pity me? Why don't you need me to pity you? Do you know what your wife's real identity is? Muqiqi looked at Yu Jing with a cunning look. What does this have to do with Xiaojing? If you continue to talk nonsense, I won't be polite to you anymore. Shenlin stood up and slammed the table angrily. Miss Yu, do you dare to tell your husband who your mother is? Yu Jing looked at Shenlin awkwardly. I don't. I know that you want to tell everyone that your mother passed away during childbirth, right? Then I must congratulate you. Your mother is not dead. Muqiqi clapped her hands in front of everyone. Because she admitted that you're her daughter in front of everyone in the Shen family. You can't deny it, can you? What are you trying to say? Shenlin was puzzled. What I want to say is that your new wife, Yu Jing, is Rong Juanhan's daughter. She's her illegitimate daughter with the painter. Do you understand? Shenlin was stunned when he heard what Muqiqi said. He looked at his wife in disbelief. Then he looked at his parents. From their silent attitude, Shenlin got the answer. Is it true? Shen Jinyan and his wife did not say anything. Even if it's true, isn't it too close? Closer ties. Muqiqi sneered and stood up. Do you know why your eldest uncle, who is my father, has been lying in bed for more than 10 years? Miss Yu's mother, Rong Junhan, hit him with her car. Stop slandering me. Eldest uncle became a vegetable because of a fight. Who are you trying to fool? Shenlin held Yu Jing's shoulder. He was afraid that his wife would be sad. Whether I'm lying or not, the evidence is clear. Now what I want to know is, Miss Yu, are you in cahoots with the evil like your mother? Muqiqi pointed at Yu Jing and asked sharply. Shut up. Shenlin scolded loudly. This is the Shen family, not a place where an outsider like you can behave atrociously. Muqiqi, you should be more suitable too. Huang Yu immediately got into character and played the part of the red-faced girl. My son and daughter-in-law didn't offend you. What do you mean you didn't offend him? This woman's mother caused my father to lie in the hospital for more than 10 years. She caused me to be bullied by the Mu family for so many years. So what if I ask her now? Or second aunt, are you not afraid that this woman is here to cheat your son's feelings? Yu Jing pretended to be pitiful. She looked at her husband and said, I don't know anything. I don't know why eldest aunt is my mother. Xiaojing, it's not your fault. Someone is trying to pick a fight with you. I'm trying to pick a fight with you? Are you the president or the most powerful man in the world? Shenlin, I'm going to pick a fight with you. Don't be cheated by others. When Muqiqi said that, Shenlin couldn't stand it anymore. He stood up and walked to Muqiqi. He grabbed her clothes and said, I asked you to shut up. You little bastard. Shut up. Grandpa Shen couldn't stand it anymore when he heard the word little bastard. He looked at Shenlin sternly. Qiqi is just curious about what happened these few days. So she wants to ask her granddaughter-in-law, why are you bullying her? How can you behave like this? Grandpa, I know you care about your granddaughter, but this woman has ulterior motives. We don't know what she is going to do to the Shen family. I think you're blind, Shenlin. The truth is right in front of us. Rong Junhan has done so many bad things. She has admitted it in front of everyone. Yu Jing is her daughter. I don't believe that she can stay out of this. What a joke. Eldest aunt is eldest aunt. Xiaojing is Xiaojing. If Xiaojing says that she doesn't know anything, she definitely doesn't know anything. Don't be a troublemaker. I believe in Xiaojing too. Huang Yu agreed with her son. Shenlin became more confident when he saw his mother supporting him. Moreover, this is our family's matter. It has nothing to do with you, an outsider. You better watch your mouth and get out of here. During that time, third brother went out of the room and went to the washroom. But he bumped into Sheng Xiao on his way back. Therefore, when the two of them entered the private room, the atmosphere was tense. Oh, it's Sheng Xiao. Uncle Shen, what a coincidence. I was meeting a business partner here and bumped into third brother Shen. When everyone saw Sheng Xiao, they knew the relationship between Muqiqi and Sheng Xiao. But Huang Yu did not tell her son about the relationship between Mu Qiqi and Sheng Xiao. So, Xinlin said to Sheng Xiao, "Crown Prince, you don't know how powerful my sister is. She has turned the Shen family upside down the moment she entered the Shen family." At that moment, Sheng Xiao was still in the same outfit when he sent Mu Qiqi to the hotel. He was wearing a black retro suit which made him look noble. Then he walked to Mu Qiqi slowly. Then, he raised his hand and patted Mu Qiqi's head. "Why are you so naughty when I let you enter the Shen family?" Everyone could tell that he was not blaming her. He was spoiling her. Of course, the others did not find it strange. After all, they were close because they were their benefactors. But, Xinlin did not know that. When he saw how Sheng Xiao spoiled Mu Qiqi, he knew that he had found the wrong ally. "It's not that I'm naughty. You know what happened in the Shen family recently. I just wanted to ask some questions. But the eldest brother of the Shen family stopped me. I just wanted to make everyone feel at ease. Second uncle and second aunt trust you, Jing. But I don't. After all, I'm not their father. He has been lying in bed for more than 10 years. They don't hate each other." Seeing that, Grandpa Shen moved to let Sheng Xiao sit down. Then, Grandpa Shen said to Xinlin, "The reason why Qiqi could return to the Shen family was because Sheng Xiao saved her. The relationship between them is not something you can imagine. No wonder she is so arrogant. She has the support of the Crown Prince. I don't have time to support anyone. But I've met her today. So I'll support her for once." Sheng Xiao crossed his legs and answered Xinlin lazily. "It seems that you want to beat her up just now. If the Shen family doesn't want her, just give her to us. Why do you force yourself to accept her? Sheng Xiao, you don't know about Rong Junhan. Uncle Shen, who doesn't know that the marriage between the Rong family and the Shen family is ruined? Everyone knows that Rong Junhan has an illegitimate daughter. Even I could hear it. So, it's not strange that Mu Qiqi would have questions. After all, the people outside are curious about it." Chapter 183. Mu Qiqi almost wanted to set off firecrackers for her man after she heard what Sheng Xiao said. What she said was quite powerful. She told Xinlin that Rong Junhan had an illegitimate daughter, who was Yu Jing. Moreover, she told him that everyone knew about it now. So it made sense for Mu Qiqi to question Yu Jing's identity. Mu Qiqi looked at Xinlin. Her man was indeed a godly person. Sure enough, Xinlin turned to look at his wife after he heard what Sheng Xiao said. "Xiao Jing, no matter what, I believe that you are innocent. You should also tell everyone that you are innocent." "I believe Xiao Jing." Huang Yu expressed her attitude at that moment. "Xiao Jing, you should say it." Shen Jinyan played the role of the victim again. Because if both of them believed her, Yu Jing would definitely be suspicious. Yu Jing looked as if she had been wronged. She pouted and tried to hold back her tears. However, under everyone's pressure, she stood up and said, "I really didn't know that my mother was still alive. I don't know anything. I don't have any motive. I only got together with Xinlin because I love him." "Alright. Since it's because of love, and your family is not short of money, will you agree if I ask you to sign a letter of guarantee?" Mu Qiqi took the opportunity to suggest. "I believe you when you say that you are not doing it for money. Since you have already said it, it's not a big deal to make a promise, right?" "Mu Qiqi, you are too much. It's my business if I want to give Xiao Jing money." "Your business? Among the companies in your hands, which one of them wasn't funded by second uncle and second aunt? What ability do you have to give them? What right do you have to say that it's your business? Now that Rong Junhan's case has happened, who can guarantee that Yu Jing is innocent?" Yu Jing felt wronged as she listened to him. In the end, she burst into tears. "You Shuns are such bullies. It's you and Rong Junhan who lied to us. I told you that I am not close to Rong Junhan." Yu Jing insisted. "Why don't you believe me no matter what I say?" Xiao Jing calmed down. Xinlin quickly comforted his wife. "Since the Shen family can't tolerate us, let's go. I'm leaving too." Huang Yu threw down her chopsticks and left the banquet hall with her son and daughter-in-law. After the three of them left, Mu Qiqi sat down and looked at second uncle. She said, "Now we can't be sure whether Yu Jing is really involved in this or not. But, at least she won't dare to act rashly after what happened today. Second uncle, when you go home, You must pretend to quarrel with second aunt. Then brother Shenlin will trust second aunt more. If he has any decision, he will tell second aunt directly. Chi-Chi second uncle, thank you. Shen Jinyan said sincerely. You're willing to do such a thankless thing for a sinner like me. It's not just your family's business. It's also my father's business. I have a good reason to do this. After saying that, Mu Chi-Chi glanced at Sheng Xiao. But Sheng Xiao did not look at her. Perhaps he was afraid that Grandpa Shen would see through Mu Chi-Chi's feelings for him if they looked at each other. Moreover, I believe that Shen Lin will understand your good intentions in the end. Shen Jinyan picked up the wine glass and finished it in one gulp. He still looked worried. I hope so. Grandpa Shen glanced at Mu Chi-Chi and then looked at Sheng Xiao. Sheng Xiao, tell me honestly, did you teach this child a few tricks too? Sheng Xiao looked at Mu Chi-Chi and smiled. She's a good seedling. She can be trained well. You and Mu Chi-Chi are fated. You have to be a good uncle. That way, I won't have to worry about Mu Chi-Chi. Good uncle? Sheng Xiao snorted, but he did not refute him. He had already taught her on the bed. How could he be serious? It's just that once Xiao Qi is involved in this, she might suffer a lot in the future. What do you mean by that? Mu Chi-Chi pouted. Grandpa, brother Shenlin can't win against me in an argument. Compared to Mu Tongxue, Yu Jing is much worse in pretending to be pitiful. Everyone can see that her acting skills are terrible. Brother Shen only trusts her because he likes her. But if you're afraid that I'll be beaten up, then you must send someone to protect me. You little girl. Grandpa Shen pointed at Mu Chi-Chi and smiled. Since the show has begun, let's work together and get over Rong Juanhan's hurdle. Everyone nodded. Then they started to eat as if nothing had happened. But after Grandpa Shen talked about the Shen family, he turned to Sheng Xiao and asked, Are you 27 this year? Uncle Shen, do you care about my age? I care that you should get married soon. Grandpa Shen sighed. Why haven't I heard anything about it? Why don't you find a woman to take care of you? Look at you. You can get any woman if you ask for it. I have a woman, Sheng Xiao replied calmly. Why don't you bring her to meet me? It's not the right time yet. Sheng Xiao smiled. I'm afraid she's a very good match for you, the crown prince. Sheng Xiao shrugged. He also felt that this person was a very good match. There were thousands of women in the world. But why did he fall into the hands of such a little girl? He had racked his brains and resorted to all sorts of tricks so that she could stay by his side in the future. Even now, he was paving the way for her to stay in the Shen family. Mu Chi-Chi couldn't help it. She reached her hand under the table and touched Sheng Xiao's knee. Sheng Xiao noticed it. He raised his eyebrows and looked at her. Do you want to die? The three of them left the private room and went to Yu Jing's house. They did not want to go back to the Shen family anymore. Shenlin was furious. I really want to strangle that bitch. Shenlin, why did we leave? We can't let this happen. If we leave, Mu Chi-Chi will be even more unscrupulous. What's worse is that your father doesn't trust his son and daughter-in-law. Instead, he trusts an outsider. Huang Yu's eyes turned red when she thought about it. Mother, you're right. We can't leave the Shen family just like that. Xiao Jing, you're the daughter-in-law of the Shen family. You can't be wronged for no reason. Let's go back. But I really don't want to be misunderstood by your family. Yu Jing burst into tears. I really have nothing to do with Rong Junhan. Don't worry. Didn't that woman ask you to sign a letter of guarantee? I will transfer the company to your name. I want to prove to the Shen family that you have nothing to do with Rong Junhan. You only married me because you love me. Chapter 184. Huang Yu secretly sent a message to the Shen family. Shen Jinyan could not help but sigh when he saw that Shen Lin wanted to transfer all the companies to Yu Jing. I really don't know what he has done. Everyone has a rebellious mentality. It's normal, second uncle. Mu Chi-Chi was waiting for the news in the Shen family, so she knew about Shen Lin's plan. If it doesn't work, I will give up those companies. Even if you don't want them, it doesn't mean that Rong Jinyan and Rong Jinyan will give up. Moreover, you have worked so hard to get those companies. Why do you let the swindlers get what they want? Mu Chi-Chi asked Shen Jinyan. We are injured both inside and outside. If you think like this, you will fall into Rong Juanhan's trap. Because this is what she wants. Muqiqi comforted Shen Jinyan. Anyway, the situation can't get any worse. Why don't you relax? Anyway, you have already decided to give up the companies. Are you afraid that you can't solve this problem? What should we do now? I don't know much about the company. I think we can find the best lawyer. As for brother Shenlin, we can ask second aunt to hold him back. Muqiqi told Shen Jinyan that he was a politician, so he had always let his son and Rong Junhan manage the company. So instead of worrying about it now, it was better for him to hire a lawyer and prepare for the worst. As for Muqiqi, she should go back home and consult the experts. What Qiqi said makes sense. Instead of sighing here, why don't we try our best to think of a countermeasure? How can the men of the Shen family be so easily defeated? Grandpa Shen also spoke up to calm his son. Don't be worse than your niece. Shen Jinyan nodded. Actually, he was worried that Shen Lin would be cheated. Money was just a worldly possession. Moreover, the money that he had invested over the years had already returned to him. However, he was unwilling to let others take advantage of him. Then Muqiqi went home. She texted Huang Yu on her way home. Second aunt, please be careful. Huang Yu had mixed feelings when she read the message. She treated Muqiqi so well in the past. But now Muqiqi was thinking about them. For a moment, Huang Yu felt that she was not a human. She was not only stupid but also blind. After that, Huang Yu went to rest. Now, the three of them stayed at Yu Jing's house. Her father went out to sketch. Lying in the Yu family, she was really on tenterhooks. She was afraid that Shen Lin would really sell the company after Yu Jing's pillow talk tonight. When Muqiqi got home, she wrapped her arms around Sheng Zhao's neck and kissed his face. You arranged for us to appear in the hotel, didn't you? It wasn't a chance encounter. Sheng Zhao carried her to the study and put her on the sofa. You don't like me to appear? Of course I do. Muqiqi sat in his arms and gave him the answer. It's just that you've really become my little uncle now. What's the progress with the Shen family? Sheng Zhao changed the topic so that she would not think too much. Shen Lin was so angry that he said he wanted to transfer the company to Yu Jing. Is there sh*t in his brain? Muqiqi could not help but complain. Does he really think that he has found his true love? Xiao, tell me, did I aggravate their conflict and cause the current situation? Don't worry. If you didn't aggravate them, second brother and his family would have been betrayed. They would have to pay for the betrayer. That would be really miserable. At least, it's not too late to make up for it. Then, Shen Lin wants to transfer the company. Even if he really wants to transfer everything to Yu Jing, he needs a lawyer. He needs to go through the procedures. It's not something that can be done in 1 or 2 days. Sheng Zhao patted her but to calm her down. It's not a problem at all. So you still have time to change Shenlin's mind. How did Yu Jing and Rong Junhan contact each other? If it's not a meeting, it must be a communication tool. If second aunt pays attention, she will definitely find out about it. Moreover, Shenlin is blinded by love now. I can't understand other things, but I can understand this. Muqiqi looked at Sheng Zhao deeply. It was because every time something like this happened, she would always think about herself. What would she do if she faced the same situation? You can understand. Isn't it normal for Shenlin to be cheated 8 to 10 times? Sheng Zhao snorted. Ugh, was this the contempt of a genius? Since Rong Junhan told you this news, it means that she is not afraid of your investigation. As long as Yu Jing insists that she doesn't know about it, Shenlin will have a reason to believe her and support her. Now, the most important thing is to find out the evidence of them contacting each other. Otherwise, all of Rong Junhan's plans will succeed. She will alienate the Shen family and let her daughter get the company. Moreover, she will take revenge on the Shen family. What will you do if you are in her shoes? Sheng Zhao looked at Muqiqi playfully. What will you do if you are in Rong Junhan's shoes? Of course, I won't let you find any evidence. So, I will choose to cut off all contact with Yu Jing in a short period of time. But, don't forget that there is another person in the middle. Sheng Zhao reminded Muqiqi. Yu Jing's father. Muqiqi immediately thought of him. If Yu Jing's father is their mouthpiece, Shenlin will not suspect anything. Second aunt said that Yu Jing's father has gone out to sketch. Sheng Xiao could not help but laugh when he heard that. Sketch. He's probably with Rong Junhan now. Can Jing Yin find their location? Do you think Jing Yin is a tracker or a hound? Sheng Xiao could not help but laugh. It's best to let the paparazzi do this kind of thing. To change Xinlin's mind, they must let him see Yu Jing's true colors. But now, he was completely immersed in his wife's tenderness. The whole family was worried about him. Grandpa Shen took some time to visit his eldest son. He told Shen Jianchuan about what happened in the Shen family. Now Shen Jianchuan had recovered a little. He could speak more fluently. Father, why don't you let Xinlin learn his lesson? Grandpa Shen did not understand what Shen Jianchuan meant. Xinlin was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. His life has always been smooth sailing. He will grow up if he suffers a little. Otherwise, he will have a rebellious mentality no matter how you teach him. He will be just like me in the past. Do you want second brother to give the company to Rong Junhan? Grandpa Shen stared at him. Of course, I don't mean that. Shen Jianchuan laughed. All right, you're doing rehabilitation training now. You don't have to worry about this. You're just like Sheng Xiao. You look arrogant and despotic, but you're full of schemes. You just want to see Xinlin fall, right? You want to help your daughter, don't you? Chapter 185. To Shen Jinyin and Huang Yu, they did not want to see their son drift further away from them and be deceived by Yu Jing. But to Shen Lin, the entire Shen family seemed to have been bewitched by Muqiqi. They were all against him and his delicate wife. So, to show his support for his wife, he contacted the lawyer the next morning. He was really going to transfer the rest of the companies to Yu Jing. Huang Yu could not help but pull Xinlin aside when she saw her son making the call. She said, I don't mind if you want to support Xiao Jing, but if you give all of them to Xiao Jing, what will happen to us when we grow old? Xiao Jing will be filial to you, said Xinlin. I have discussed with Xiao Jing last night. Mom, don't worry. Xiao Jing will not mistreat you. We will be the same as before. Huang Yu shook her head. I just feel disappointed. You are willing to bet the rest of our lives for Xiao Jing. Mom, don't you believe in Xiao Jing? I believe her. But it is a fact that you are unfilial. After Huang Yu finished speaking, she retreated to the side. For a moment, she also wanted to give up on her son's matter. She didn't want to ask him if he was really cheated. However, if she really wanted to give these things to others, Huang Yu felt unwilling. Why should she? At that moment, Xinlin was a little hesitant. But he had already said it. He swore in his heart that he would take good care of his mother in the future. But he had never thought of leaving a guarantee for his parents. Yu Jing was really happy. She did not expect Xinlin to be so gullible. He was so loyal to her. If he was not a man from the Shen family, she would not be able to find a man like him. Mom, don't worry. I promise Xinlin that I will treat you like my own mother. So please believe me. Huang Yu could not look at Yu Jing. She turned around and went back to her room. As long as you are happy, let's wait for 2 more days. Xiao Jing, wait for the lawyer to finish all the paperwork. Then, I will tell the Shen family that you are the most important person to me. No one can bully you. Did Xinlin really think that the Shen family would care if he gave the companies to Yu Jing? The Shens did not care about money. To Huang Yu and her husband, as long as it was not Rong Junhan, they could give it to anyone. They would even give it to a beggar. Huang Yu was very sad. So her son was actually like this. She had never realized it before. Did she spoil him too much? Then, Huang Yu sent the news to the Shen family. The Shen family was furious. They all told Huang Yu to go home. She didn't have to suffer this injustice. As for Jing Yin, he had arranged many paparazzi to follow Rong Junhan. Of course, they were all famous people in the industry. There would be news about them in less than a day. As expected, Jing Yin replied the next morning. I got something. Then he sent a photo to Rong Junhan. It showed that Rong Junhan and Mr. Yu had left the house at 3 o'clock in the morning. They went to a 24-hour shop to buy some daily necessities. Then they went back to the villa on the hillside. With these photos, even if they could not prove that Yu Jing and Rong Junhan were in contact, they could still prove that Yu Jing's father was in contact with Rong Junhan. It would be perfect if he could get more information from the Yu family's investigation. Jing Yin had put in a lot of effort, but he still needed time to get the result. Now that Mu Qiqi had the photos, she only needed to stop Shenlin from signing the transfer agreement. Then she would give him a severe blow to wake him up completely. But Shenlin was afraid that the Shen family would stop him. So, he decided to deal with this matter quickly, so that Yu Jing would not have any worries. After Huang Yu saw what he was doing, she couldn't stand it anymore. She grabbed Shenlin and gave Yu Jing a tight slap. Are you going to see my son break up with me? Are you going to be happy? Mother? I didn't. Yu Jing covered her face. Her eyes were filled with tears. You didn't stop me? You just want the Shen family's assets, right? Mother, how could you do this to Xiao Jing? I insisted on giving the company to her. How dare you hit her? Shenlin, your father and I have done our duty as parents to raise you up. But today, I don't want you as my son anymore. How could you give your parents' assets to a woman like her? What are we? Mother Xiao Jing. Don't tell me that she will be filial to me. Just wait and see. When she gets the company, she will dump you. Huang Yu said and turned around. Just pretend that I don't have you as my son. I am so sad. Shenlin did not ask Huang Yu to stay. After all, he knew that his mother would not be angry at him. But it was a pity that Huang Yu was really angry this time. She went back to the Shen family and cried loudly in her husband's arms. She felt better when she saw Mu Qiqi at night. Mu Qiqi is my daughter from now on. I don't care about that bastard anymore. Second aunt, don't say that out of anger. I'm not saying that out of anger. Huang Yu snorted. If we can get those companies back, I will give them to Mu Qiqi. Are you serious? Grandpa Shen frowned and looked at her. I swear. I'm serious. Look at Mu Qiqi. She was bullied by me, but now she is helping me. Her own son is so inhumane. Second aunt, don't worry. We will solve this problem soon, because we have the photos of Yu Jing's father and Rong Junhan living together. In order to prevent any accidents, second uncle has asked Shenlin's lawyer to come over today. He told the lawyer about the situation at home. The lawyer said that he is willing to help the Shen family to avoid being cheated. So, the contract will not take effect even if brother Shenlin signs it tomorrow. Let's see how Yu Jing will react then. So you're saying that everything is ready? Huang Yu asked. Her eyes were filled with eagerness. She wanted to tear off Yu Jing's mask of hypocrisy. The plan to fight back is ready. But you must be prepared. You will lose your daughter-in-law. Humph. If Shenlin learns a lesson from this, he will be lucky. But if he is still so stubborn, I can't do anything about it. Fortunately, Mu Qiqi suggested to ask the lawyer to help us. If he really helps us, we must repay him in the future, Shen Jinyan said. Let's watch the show tomorrow. Mu Qiqi went to the hospital to visit Shen Jianchuan after discussing with the others. She was happy to see her father recovering well. I believe that you will be able to get out of bed and walk soon. Qiqi, teach the bad guy a lesson. I will support you. Dad, actually, I have done all these. It was all because she wanted to be with Xiao Xiao better. But she could not say it out loud at this moment. In her world, Sheng Xiao was everything. Chapter 186. They had to prepare a lot of documents to transfer the ownership of the company. If the lawyer was fast, he could prepare everything in a few days. Then, Shenlin and Yu Jing would go to the bureau to change the legal person. Soon, those companies would no longer belong to the Shen family. Shenlin was naive. He dared to transfer the company to Yu Jing because he believed that it was their joint property. Even if Yu Jing wanted to take it, she would not take all of it. But he did not know that Rong Junhan had already planned everything. She just needed to set up a trap to accuse him of having an affair. Then, she could ask him to leave the Shen family with nothing. If she did not have such a plan, how could she be considered as someone who had schemed against the Shen family for so many years? Now the more the Shen family targeted Yu Jing, the more Shenlin wanted to prove his determination. Even when Huang Yu left him, he still insisted on giving the company to her. He did not think about his parents at all, because he thought that his parents had worked so hard for their whole lives. So, they should give him the company eventually. Otherwise, why did they work so hard? He thought that Shen Jinyun and Huang Yu were deceived by Mu Qiqi. So, he wanted to settle the matter as soon as possible, because he was afraid that there would be more problems. But, the Shen family did not appear in front of him when the lawyer was preparing the documents. It seemed that what Huang Yu said was true. Did they not want to acknowledge him as their son anymore? Yu Jing saw Shenlin was silent. She was afraid that he would change his mind. So she tried to persuade him. Are you afraid that your parents will be angry? You're their baby. They won't be angry with you easily. But the Shen family did not do anything these few days. Maybe the elders of the Shen family are helping me. Yu Jing hugged Shenlin's head and said, I will treat you better in the future. That's true. Grandpa has Mu Qiqi now. He won't care about me anymore. Thinking of this, Shenlin put away his fear and became more determined. Xiao Jing, fortunately, we can go through with the procedures tomorrow. Silly girl. I love you no matter what. Love. Only Shenlin believed that. The Shen family did not do anything. Although Rong Junhan was curious about it, she believed that the Shen family could not do anything about it anymore. So, she just let Shenlin deal with it. Anyway, it was just a few companies. The second son, Shen Jinyun, did not rely on these few companies to make a living, but it was enough for his family. He knew that Yu Jing was her daughter, and that Yu Jing was lying to Shenlin, but Shenlin refused to believe it. This feeling was really worth celebrating with a glass of red wine. But she did not know that the Shen family had already made all the preparations to fight back. Tomorrow would be a good day to expose Yu Jing. The Shuns knew that Shenlin and Yu Jing would be going to the Bureau of Industry and Commerce to settle the paperwork tomorrow. Moreover, they had booked a VIP room. Therefore, Shen Jinyun and Huang Yu dressed up early in the morning. They wanted to give Shenlin a surprise today. Mu Qiqi had told the two elders that they must go there 1 hour later than Shenlin. She deliberately waited for them to finish the procedures. She must let Shenlin and Yu Jing believe that what was done was done. There was no turning back. In this way, Yu Jing might give herself away. She might think that her plan had succeeded. She might not be willing to continue to lie to Shenlin. Therefore, Shenlin brought his lawyer and Yu Jing to the Bureau of Industry and Commerce. Everything went smoothly. He did not know that the staff at the Bureau of Industry and Commerce was actually entrusted by the Shuns. Although Shenlin and Yu Jing had submitted the documents and signed the documents, the staff did not accept them. Because the Shuns told the staff at the Bureau of Industry and Commerce that they might be involved in fraud, the staff arranged this show. According to the procedure, the legal person would be changed within 5 to 10 working days. Then a new legal person's license would be issued. But in Yu Jing's heart, at this point, the Shen family could no longer be changed. Especially when they saw Huang Yu and Shen Jinyun at the lobby of the Bureau of Industry and Commerce when they were about to leave. Shenlin's expression changed. It was because he saw Huang Yu covering her face and crying. She immediately rushed over and grabbed her son's arms, saying, Are you done? Did you really give the company to this bitch? Mom. She's my wife. I won't allow you to say that about her. Are you still protecting her? Huang Yu said. Then, she took out some photos from her bag and threw them to Shenlin. Look at them yourself. Shenlin took the photos and flipped through them. Then, he saw that Rong Junhan was living with his father-in-law. But he still sided with Yu Jing. So, he raised the photos and said to Huang Yu, What does this mean? Mom, aren't you making a big deal out of this? After Shenlin said that, Shen Jinyun had already slapped him. Wake up. How can Yu Jing not know that Rong Junhan is living with this Yu family man? You just don't want to believe that this family is a liar, right? Dad. Shenlin was shocked. Because he had never been slapped by his father before. Yu Jing, do you really not know? Shen Jinyun did not want to talk to his son anymore. Instead, he looked at Yu Jing and asked. But, Yu Jing never thought that her parents would be secretly photographed. So she did not know how to answer. Do you dare to say that you don't know? When Yu Jing wanted to say something, she received a message from her phone. Yu Jing panicked. She wanted everyone to ignore it. But Huang Yu grabbed her handbag and took out her phone. Then she saw the message from Papa Yu. Is the transfer of the company done? Huang Yu showed it to Xinlin when she saw the message. It seems that your father is very concerned about the transfer of the company. Papa Yu never liked to ask about this kind of thing. He was obsessed with his paintings. But he sent a message at this time. Xinlin finally looked at Yu Jing suspiciously. Xiao Jing, what's going on? I'm just concerned about you. Your father doesn't even care about our marriage. Why is he concerned about the transfer of the company? Xinlin asked. You said that you will always believe in me. Yu Jing knew that she could not explain it. So she could only play the emotional card. How would I know why my father sent me such a message? I really don't know. At that moment, Papa Yu sent another message. Let us know when the transfer of the company is done. This time, Xinlin saw it with his own eyes. Us? Which us? Yu Jing frowned. She did not expect that things would turn out this way. Anyway, she could not hide it anymore. So she did not bother to serve this family anymore. You are so rude. My phone is such a private thing. How can you touch it? Xinlin was shocked when he heard what Yu Jing said. He looked at Yu Jing in disbelief. What did you say? Chapter 187. Xiao Jing. Your parents are right. My mother and I have been in cahoots for a long time. My mother was the one who arranged for me to meet you for the first time. Otherwise, do you think that there are so many coincidences in this world? Do you think that we can meet each other every day? Yu Jing kept the things. She smiled when she saw that Huang Yu was going to eat her alive. I'm warning you. This is a public place. If you dare to hurt me here, I will definitely call the police. Xinlin had never thought that a person could turn into a complete stranger in the blink of an eye. You admit it? Huang Yu asked angrily. Yes, I admit it. But what can you do to me? The procedures have been completed. The Industrial and Commercial Bureau has accepted the case. Everything has gone through the legal process. Do you still want to change it? We don't need you anymore, Xinlin. After that, Yu Jing wanted to leave quickly. However, Xinlin stopped her. Xiao Jing, did you say that because you were forced to do so? Yu Jing was impatient. She shook off Xinlin's hand and stared at him angrily. Are you an idiot? Xinlin, do you know how stupid you are? Do you know how stupid you are in bed? You don't know. You only know how to ask for things from your parents. Yes, you are infatuated and you treat me very well. But think about it yourself. What part of you is worthy of being liked by others from the beginning to the end? You are impatient. You have no achievements. You don't have any skills. You rely on your family background to show off. You have never spent a single cent on your company. So, I don't feel guilty at all for lying to you. Are you even a man? Xinlin was dumbfounded. Yu Jing had said that he wasn't a man in front of so many people. She had even told everyone about their sexual intercourse. Men could not stand to be questioned about their ability in bed. However, the people around them looked at him, as if they were watching a joke. Just wait for the divorce. Yu Jing sneered when she saw that Xinlin was dumbfounded. She glanced at Huang Yu and her husband before she turned around, and continued walking. This whole family is a bunch of fools. They are hopeless. Xinlin was embarrassed. He then thought of canceling the procedures to change the legal person. However, the staff at the information desk told him, the cases that have been accepted cannot be cancelled. If you regret, you can negotiate with the other party. You can also file a lawsuit in court after the case is over. This is mine. I said I won't give it to you. Why can't I? Xinlin widened his eyes and shook the little girl at the information desk. This is the rule. Otherwise, do you think this is a market? You'll change as soon as you say so. Xinlin was devastated. He still wanted to chase after Yu Jing, but Yu Jing was nowhere to be found. Who asked him to write Yu Jing's name when he bought a car? No, this was a dream. Otherwise, how could a person change so quickly? Xinlin still couldn't believe it. He wanted to chase after Yu Jing, but Shen Jinyan stopped him. He slapped Xinlin's face 3 times. Are you awake? Haven't you embarrassed yourself enough? Xinlin's head was buzzing. He really didn't expect that he would be cheated. He was so confident, so trusting of Yu Jing, and so devoted to her. Yet Yu Jing said that he wasn't a man? Xinlin knelt on the ground in front of his parents. At this moment his whole life collapsed. Didn't you trust that woman? Didn't you want to give everything you have to someone else? Are you okay now? Shenlin was in a daze. He hugged Huang Yu's right leg. Apart from disbelief, there were only tears in his eyes. Shen Jingyun didn't want to be embarrassed anymore. He immediately said to Huang Yu, "Bring this bastard back first. He doesn't want us anymore. Why should I care about him?" Huang Yu pretended to be cruel. Mom, I didn't do it on purpose. I really didn't do it on purpose. Fortunately, everything was in time. Otherwise, the mother and daughter from the Rong family would be very proud of themselves. She looked at Shenlin. Although Yu Jing was despicable, what she said about her son was true. Huang Yu was reflecting on herself. Of course, the three of them did not stay in the living room for long. Soon they returned to the Shen family. After they entered the house, Shenlin knelt in front of Grandpa Shen willingly. Grandpa. Grandpa Shen glanced at him and drank his tea leisurely. Why? You were not like this when you left the Shen family. Grandpa, I'm wrong. I'm really wrong. How could I trust a vicious woman so much? Shenlin confessed and slapped himself. I'm so wrong. It's meaningless for you to apologize to me. You should apologize to your parents. You've hurt your mother's heart. Shenlin turned around and looked at Huang Yu. However, Huang Yu was unwilling to look at him. Just take it that I've raised an ingrate. Mom, please forgive me. I'm too stupid. I can't see a person clearly. Huang Yu felt sorry for her son. However, she listened to Muqiqi. She must hold it in and not give Shenlin any chance. So she decided not to look at her son. She said to Grandpa Shen, "Dad, I'm going back to my room." "Go ahead." Grandpa Shen nodded. "Mom." "Shenlin, you must be clear. We used to give you the things that your father and I fought for. But now we can't do that. Don't even think about using our money. You can do whatever you want. You have to earn your own money. We've spent so much effort to raise you. But what about you? You're relying on someone else. From now on, we'll draw a clear line. Whenever you want to rely on the Shen family, you'll be borrowing it. You must return it." After that, Huang Yu left without looking back. Shenlin had no sense of boundaries, so he felt that it was natural for him to rely on his parents. However, Muqiqi wanted Huang Yu to teach Shenlin about that. He did not have the right to use his parents' things without their consent, because it was the most basic morality of a person. Shenlin lowered his head and cried in regret. But no one was watching his performance. Grandpa Shen snorted coldly. Then, he went to his fish pond and continued his leisurely life. So, Shenlin knelt in the living room of the Shen family. He felt better doing that. He was punishing himself. Meanwhile, Huang Yu went back to the bureau. She wanted to confirm that Shenlin's change of legal person was invalid. After getting the answer, Huang Yu felt relieved. She called Muqiqi. "Qiqi, everything went well. Hehe. When the Rong family knows about this, their expressions will be very interesting. I can already imagine it," Muqiqi said mischievously. Chapter 188. Huang Yu came back and saw Shenlin still kneeling in the living room. She looked at his back and felt sorry for him. So she walked to him and said, "Maybe it's because of our genes. That's why we can't see clearly." Shenlin did not say anything. "It's meaningless for you to kneel here. Go back to your room." Shenlin did not move. Huang Yu took a deep breath and did not try to persuade him anymore. She went back to her room. Although Rong Junhan was hateful, she had always supported Rong Junan the most. So at the end of the day, she was no better than her son. "How's the Industrial and Commercial Bureau?" Huang Yu answered quickly when she heard her husband's question. "Don't worry. The Industrial and Commercial Bureau did not accept it." Shen Jinyun nodded. "We're lucky this time. If Muqiqi did not help us, things would not have gone so smoothly. We owe her a thank you and an apology." Huang Yu knew it too. She sighed in her heart. No wonder Grandpa Shen dotes on Muqiqi. She deserves it. Look at our unfilial son. Forget it. Let's wait and see Rong Juanhan's ugly face. She lied to us for so many years. I really want to skin her alive. No matter if Huang Yu dared to skin Rong Junhan or not, She would definitely skin Muchichi alive. She made her father lie in bed for so many years. She must get revenge on Shen Jianchuan no matter what. At night, when Sheng Xiao returned home, he saw Muchichi throwing herself at him. He quickly caught the little one, held her round, and brought her into the living room. Why are you so passionate? Rong Junhan and her daughter were fooled. Muchichi said to Sheng Xiao proudly. Sheng Xiao smiled and put her on the sofa. Then, he took off his dark blue suit jacket and sat beside her. Now I think she can do whatever she wants to them. If it's possible, I want her to lie in bed for 8 to 10 years. As for Yu Jing, I heard that she was just like Qianqian's mistress, Bai Xinlan, when she was at the Bureau of Industry and Commerce. She lied to the other party, and still thought that she was helping the people. Why are these people's views so strange? The biggest reason why Sheng Xiao loved Muchichi was that no matter what Muchichi went through, she could always remain true to herself. Never distort yourself. Now that he saw Muchichi in high spirits, he could not help but hug his woman and said, "Perhaps your wish can come true. Turn her into a vegetable?" Sheng Xiao laughed and stroked Muchichi's hair. "Don't you mind getting your hands dirty? There's another way." "Xiao, I was just joking. Don't take it seriously." She and Rong Junhan were not the same kind of people. Idiot. Sheng Xiao held the little one in his arms and deeply inhaled her scent. However, he smelled something strange. Why is it so smelly? I'm going to observe the anatomy class. Then she looked up and asked, "There will be rotten limbs, organs, maggots in the future. Will you despise me?" "I'll catch you and wash you 10 times a day." Sheng Xiao was a bit of a neat freak, but it varied from person to person. If Muchichi smelled bad because of the autopsy, he would not have despised her at all. In fact, he would have felt a little proud. "Look, she's my woman. When your daughter, the rich lady, is shopping, she is doing things that men may not be able to do. Serving society, that was the ultimate value of human existence." Muchichi smiled brightly, because she knew that even if everyone despised her in this world, Sheng Xiao would not, because he was a man who truly understood life and had a broad vision. As she watched, Muchichi couldn't help but lean forward and give him a kiss. That kiss made Sheng Xiao pull her onto his body and straddle her. Soon they were not satisfied with just kissing. Sheng Xiao's eyes darkened with desire. He wanted to bring Muchichi back to the bedroom, but Muchichi held him down and said, "Right here." Sheng Xiao's voice was hot. It was even a little scorching. "I said right here." It was easy to take off the skirt and the underwear. Everything happened in a split second, but Sheng Xiao did not move. He was restraining his desire. "Go up and get the condom." "Okay." Muchichi nodded. She would not do it easily. Sheng Xiao had told her more than once that she should not let any accidents happen until the right time, because abortion was too harmful to the body. So they ended it in the bedroom, even though it started in the living room. Because Sheng Xiao had strong self-control. If a man truly loved a woman, he would think of everything for her. He would not let her get hurt at all. At that moment, Rong Junhan and Yu Jing were having a celebration dinner at home. It was Rong Junhan and Yu Jing's proudest achievement that they managed to get Shen Jinyan's companies. Cheers. Cheers. The three of them were proud of themselves, especially Yu Jing. "Mom, can we carry out our new plan now? Let Shen Lin leave the family with nothing. Did you take any pictures when you were abroad? Did you do what I asked you to do?" "Of course." Yu Jing took out her phone and smiled happily. "I invited a few foreign women to lie beside him naked. He even hugged one of them and slept with her for the whole night." "Did they have sex?" "I've drugged him so strongly. Of course it happened. The evidence is in my phone." After saying that, Yu Jing put her phone back to where it was. "Well done. It would be perfect if this foreign woman could get pregnant. But it was a pity that the mother and daughter had made their plans too early." A few days later, when Yu Jing called the Bureau of Industry and Commerce to ask why the new license had not been issued, she would know that the Shen family's company was not something that she could take over as she pleased. At that time, her expression would be interesting. It was late at night. Shen Lin was still kneeling in the living room. Grandpa Shen could not stand it anymore. He walked to his grandson and pulled him up. Then he put him on the chair. I'm a man of the Shin family. Just admit your mistake. I've forgiven your eldest uncle, even though he had done so many bad things in the past. Are you a sore loser? Shinlin raised his head and looked at Grandpa Shin. His throat felt hot. Grandpa, what else can I do? Chapter 189. But Grandpa, what will happen after that? Shinlin's tears flowed down from the corner of his eyes. Yu Jing said that I'm a useless person. She looks down on me. Actually, I look down on myself too. If you really want to train yourself, go and join the army. Grandpa Shin patted Shinlin's shoulder and said, show me that you can become a good man. All right. Shinlin nodded. Grandpa Shin's words had helped him find a new direction. Also, the company is still in your hands. Rong and her daughter did not succeed at all. What? Shinlin was confused. He opened his eyes wide and looked at Grandpa Shin. But, Grandpa Shin smiled and explained, it's Chi-Chi. She made the arrangements in advance. She colluded with the people from the Industry and Commerce Bureau and lied to Yu Jing. Actually, your application to change the legal person was not accepted. You misunderstood Chi-Chi. Apologize to her later. Why did she help you so much? Shinlin's tears flowed down even more when he heard that. Chi-Chi is only 18. Yes. She could come up with such an idea at 18. What about you? Shinlin wiped his tears and mustered up his courage again. Grandpa, don't worry. I've disappointed you in the past. I won't do it again. Grandpa Shin nodded and comforted him. Go to sleep. It's not too late to make amends. So, the next morning, Shinlin and Huang Yu went to the Industry and Commerce Bureau again to change the legal person. This time, he was very serious and did not hesitate. Mom, you're right. I've relied on the Shin family for everything for so many years. I've done a lot of things to let you down. From now on, I'll rely on my own ability and be filial to you. For Huang Yu to be able to see this scene, she was already very gratified. As long as you're sensible. Mom, come with me to the police station again. Huang Yu nodded and accompanied Shinlin to the police station to report the case. She told the police everything. The police gave Shinlin a suggestion based on his situation. Fortunately, your family is smart. They prevented you from losing any assets. But because of your situation, the police can only mediate between the two of you and help you get a divorce. Can't she be sentenced? The police shook their heads. The law in this country is not perfect yet, so it's hard to hold her responsible. No matter what, calling the police is always the smartest thing to do. Shinlin was very disappointed. He really hoped that the mother and daughter would receive the punishment they deserved. After all, they had cheated him of his feelings. Would it end just like that? Huang Yu saw his unwillingness and quickly said to him, there's no hurry. Let's go back and discuss. We'll definitely send that mother and daughter to the 18th level of hell. Mom, after a few days when I'm better, can you invite Chi-Chi over? I would like to sincerely apologize. Seeing that her son was really sensible, Huang Yu smiled and said, okay, Mom will help you. Also, after this matter is settled, I want to join the army while I'm still young. Mom supports you too. This was because Huang Yu knew very well that Shinlin could only gain a strong willpower by going to the army. Only then would he be able to forget his sorrows faster. For the next few days, Shinlin was adjusting his condition. Huang Yu also called Mu Chi-Chi and asked her to have dinner at Shin Mansion on Friday. Thinking about what happened to Shinlin, Mu Chi-Chi could not blame him for his arrogant attitude. So, she agreed to Huang Yu's request. As for the police, they were still investigating the matter. Moreover, they could not contact Yu Jing, so they could not find her. However, Yu Jing was very concerned about the new legal person license. When the 5 working days were up, she immediately called the Bureau of Industry and Commerce to ask if the license was ready. But the Bureau of Industry and Commerce could not find any information about her. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. The computer does not have the information you provided. It's impossible. My husband and I came to the Bureau of Industry and Commerce to complete the transfer 5 days ago. I've checked several times. It's really not available. I'm sorry. You can ask your husband. What's with your attitude? Be careful, or I'll file a complaint against you. If you can't find anything, then you can. Feel free to file a complaint. After that, the person hung up the phone. Yujing did not give up. She called again. But the person who answered the phone still gave the same answer. Yujing panicked. She called Rong Junhan immediately. When Rong Junhan knew about it, she brought Yujing to the Bureau of Industry and Commerce personally. But, not to mention the documents, even the staff who handled the registration that day was gone. The people in the Bureau of Industry and Commerce looked at the mother and daughter strangely. Yujing finally felt that something was wrong. She said to Rong Junhan angrily, "Mom, it's a scam. Are you saying that we've been deceived by the Shin family? It's possible. Otherwise, how can we explain this?" Rong Junhan thought for a while and nodded. "Bring your video. Let's go to the Shin family." The mother and daughter were very angry. How could they forget that they were liars? They even wanted to go to the Shin family and cause trouble. Yujing called Shinlin first. But Shinlin had already changed his number. "Bastard. How dare you do this to me? Let's go to the Shin family directly." Rong Junhan was quite arrogant. Because Yujing still had the evidence of Shinlin's trouble. Even if they were going to divorce in the future, she was confident that she could make Shinlin leave the Shin family with nothing. So, Shinlin's company would still be given to Yujing. But she did not expect that Shinlin would transfer the company to Shinjinyan the next day. In other words, Shinlin was just a poor man now. The Shin family did not expect that the mother and daughter from the Rong family would be so shameless. How dare they come to the Shin family? Huang Yu was the first to tremble in anger. But Grandpa Shin was very calm. He immediately called Xiao Qi, and asked her to go to the Shin family, since she had no classes in the afternoon. Then, the Shin family did not let the mother and daughter from the Rong family enter the house immediately. They asked them to wait outside the door. After a while they let them in. Rong Junhan knew that the Shin family liked this kind of trick. So she smiled when she saw the Shin family. "I never expected that you're so stingy. Your son said that he would give the company to my daughter. But why do you have to put on a show in front of us when it's time to transfer the company? I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine. So, you and your daughter are allowed to lie to us?" Grandpa Shin snorted. "You've been humiliated in the Industrial and Commercial Bureau, haven't you? My meticulous plan was guarded against by all of you. It can be said that the Shin family is very powerful. But can you make a guess? What else can my daughter use to blackmail Shinlin?" Rong Junhan sat down on the chair elegantly. Her demeanor made people want to slap her face. "I think you've come up with a new trick after you failed to cheat the company." It was Mu Qiqi who said that. It was because Shengting University was not far from the Shin family. So, Mu Qiqi came in time to watch the show. Whether it's a new trick or not, we'll know after we watch the video. Then, Rong Junhan took out her phone. But Mu Qiqi stopped her from taking it back. "Madam Rong, please listen to me before you play the video. You have to think carefully. The person you are trying to blackmail is penniless." Rong Junhan looked at Mu Qiqi. Chapter 190. The company is still here. Who are you trying to fool? Company? Are you still thinking about other people's company? Of course they have changed the legal person. Are they waiting for you to snatch it? Mu Qiqi walked in front of everyone and smiled at Rong Junhan calmly. "I have changed the legal person to me. You can come and ask me for it if you are capable." "You." Rong Junhan almost lost control of her emotions when she heard that. But she smiled when she thought about it. "So what's the difference between you and me? Aren't we doing this for the Shin family's things?" "I'm sorry. There is still a difference. If I ask, second uncle and second aunt will definitely give it to me. Am I right? Second uncle and second aunt? Of course. Qiqi, you are a member of the Shin family. You are different from those bitches outside. What belongs to second uncle and second aunt is also yours." Huang Yu immediately added. "Moreover, you don't need it at all. You have the Sheng family behind you. Even if you want the stars in the sky, there will be people who will give it to you. You are not like some people who have been plotting for more than 10 years. After Huang Yu said that, Mu Qiqi looked at Rong Junhan again. But this time, her gaze was sharper. She was not like an 18-year-old girl at all. So, do you still want to expose the things in your phone? Let me remind you that you and Yu Jing can never take a single cent from the Shen family. Rong Juanhan's face darkened. Because Shenlin was poor now. But, even if she could not get anything from Shenlin, she could still blackmail Huang Yu and her husband. Rong Junhan calmed down when she thought about that. You can take away Shenlin's company. But you don't even want your son's reputation? The video in my hand can prove that Shenlin cheated after his marriage. He slept with another woman outside. If this video is spread out, will the Shen family still have any dignity? But Rong Juanhan's words did not scare Muqiqi. Shenlin loves Yu Jing so much. How could he cheat on her? If you can really take a video, then it must be Yu Jing who set you up. You mother and daughter, one of you hit my father with a car and caused him to be in a vegetative state. The other one cheated Shenlin into a marriage and caused him to be hurt physically and mentally. What you have done are all dishonest things. Take the video and spread it. Let's see if anyone will still believe you. Do you want me to be a good person to the end and help you? Muqiqi, you're really eloquent. Rong Junhan did not have the strength to defend herself. She could only pretend to scoff coldly. Oh yes, Shenlin had reported to the police a few days ago. Don't you know that the police are looking for you? Yu Jing, you said that Shenlin is worthless in your eyes. He's not even a man. In my eyes, you're not even human if you lie to such a man. Yu Jing's face darkened. Muqiqi, I know I can't win you in an argument, but don't be so arrogant. I'm arrogant. What can you do to me? After all, I'm the real granddaughter of the Shen family, and I have the Sheng family behind me. Can you afford to offend me? Who are you? Illegitimate daughter? Bastard? Liar? Or a slut? You. Seeing that both mother and daughter were speechless, Muqiqi laughed even more happily. She turned to look at Grandpa Sheng. Grandpa, you've seen enough, haven't you? Hurry up. Ask your old friends to come out and settle your grandson's matter. Can you bear to see this shameless mother and daughter riding on your grandson's head? You silly girl. I've already sent someone to investigate this matter. If this mother and daughter have any criminal records, they'll be found out. Moreover, I know how Yu Jing's father, the painter, has been hyping up his paintings all these years, and how he played tricks. Rong Juanhan's face suddenly turned pale when she mentioned the criminal records. Of course, Yu Jing was not any better. Both mother and daughter had done some things that were out of line. If they were found out, the consequences would be unimaginable. I really did not expect that the Shen family is not only ungrateful, but also distort the truth. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Xiao Jing, let's go. Rong Junhan stood up and wanted to leave, but her unusual action reminded Muqiqi. Grandpa, investigate further. Do your best. You bad thing. The old man pointed at Muqiqi and laughed out loud. Are you in a hurry to leave? Don't you want to play the video anymore? Don't you want to blackmail me? You're crazy. I don't want to talk to you. Then, Rong Junhan left with Yu Jing. However, when the two of them walked out of the Shen family's gate, Muqiqi said, Yu Jing, I hate it when people cheat their feelings and think that they are so great. Today, you hurt the person who loves you the most in the world. You will regret it if you miss him. It's the saddest thing to pay for a relationship. You can imagine what will happen to you. Yu Jing turned and looked at Muqiqi. Then, Rong Junhan dragged her out of the Shen family. Obviously, Rong Junhan and her daughter had made a wasted trip. Not only did they make a wasted trip, but they also lost all their bargaining chips. Now it was impossible for them to threaten the Shen family and get any benefits from them. They might even threaten their own interests. Because soon the police contacted Yu Jing again. I didn't expect that bastard Shenlin would really call the police. Don't worry. No one will dare to do anything to you. Just go. Rong Junhan was trembling with anger. It's all because of that bitch Muqiqi. If not, we would have gotten the Shen family's company. Rong Junhan almost broke the wooden table in front of her. She was so angry. Now the Shen family had the upper hand. She had no chance to fight back. What was more terrible was yet to come. But she could not imagine it. Was Shen Jianchuan so easy to bully? Although he had been lying in bed for more than 10 years, he had already woken up. This debt, as well as the debt of causing Su Ziqing to misunderstand him in the past, was he not going to settle it with her? Although Shenlin was not smart enough to plot against Yu Jing, Mu Qiqi was smart enough. And Sheng Xiao, who was behind Mu Qiqi, was even more outrageous. He could trample on that bitch anytime. Seeing Rong Junhan and her daughter leaving in defeat, Huang Yu felt very happy. Dad, Qiqi, I've never seen Rong Junhan leave like that. It's so satisfying. You've even shown the video. It seems that Rong Junhan has no other trump card. Mu Qiqi walked to Grandpa Shun and sat beside him. Grandpa, we should strike while the iron is hot. It's not easy to find anything wrong with Rong Junhan and her daughter. So we can start from Yu Jing's father. Chapter 191. Grandpa Shun tilted his head and looked at Mu Qiqi. Who taught you all these? What's wrong with me? Mu Qiqi purposely avoided Grandpa Shun's question. If it's not because of your father or Sheng Xiao, he's a vicious and evil person. Grandpa Shun pointed at Mu Qiqi and scolded her. I'm influenced by what I see and hear. Jing Yin would sometimes tell me about Sheng. That's why I could more or less learn from him. Mu Qiqi really could not bring herself to call him Uncle Sheng, and so simply skipped it. Father, what's wrong with being like Mu Qiqi? She's smart. She won't suffer. It's bad for us, Huang Yu said. Then she turned to Mu Qiqi. She looked guilty and grateful at the same time. Qiqi, it's all my fault in the past. I apologize to you. I hope you won't hold a grudge against me. Forget it. Although I'm not a generous person, you're not evil. You're just deceived by others. Shenlin wanted to apologize to you a long time ago. I'll go and find him now. Then, Huang Yu went to Shenlin's room. But Mu Qiqi pouted. Grandpa, I still have classes. I'll go back to school first. I might not accept his apology. Actually, Shenlin was hiding in the dark. He was already there when Rong Junhan and Rong Junhan entered the Shen family. He was upset when he saw Mu Qiqi defeating Rong Junhan like a god of war, because he knew that he was not as good as an 18-year-old girl. So he did not dare to show up in front of Mu Qiqi. Then, he hired a lawyer to prepare the divorce agreement. Then he asked Yu Jing for compensation. He wanted Yu Jing to compensate him for his emotional loss. Even Mu Qiqi knew that she could not give in to her family. How could he continue to be a coward? The lawyer arrived at the Yu family the next day. He told Yu Jing about Shenlin's request. Yu Jing jumped up from her chair after she heard it. Is he crazy? I haven't asked him to compensate me for the loss of my youth. Miss Yu, it depends on the judge's judgment. If it's true, Mr. Shenlin has the right to ask you for compensation. Get lost, then Miss Yu will see each other in court. That was when Mu Qiqi heard about the interesting matter in the afternoon. She sighed in her heart. Shenlin finally knew how to fight back. Perhaps he was the same as her in the past. As long as he took this step, he would have a brand new life. 2 days later, Rong Junhan's dance school was smashed. No one knew exactly why and who did it. Many people guessed that it was the Shen family or Shenlin. But Mu Qiqi knew that if Shenlin was capable, he would not have endured until now. That was why she told Sheng Xiao about her doubts when she got home, hoping that he could clear them up. Sheng Xiao merely smiled at that. Don't you have a suitable candidate in mind? It's not Grandpa or Shenlin. Second uncle and second aunt wouldn't do such a thing. Third uncle and third aunt have nothing to do with this. So could it be him? Mu Qiqi counted with her fingers and asked Sheng Xiao for an answer. You already have the answer. Why are you asking me? Sheng Xiao asked her playfully. Don't you know that he used to be a vengeful person? Mu Qiqi felt that it made sense and nodded. But he can't even say a complete sentence now. That's not important as long as there's money. Rong Junhan owed Shen Jianchuan so much. If he did not seize the chance to get her back, he would feel sorry for himself. If that's the case, then my dad is too cool. Compared to me. Of course you're cooler. After all, he is an old man. Mu Qiqi sat on Sheng Xiao's lap. Xiao Xiao, are you jealous? Sheng Xiao was absent-minded for a moment as he held Mu Qiqi's butt. Then he answered her seriously. It's because your father is smart that he understood you so easily. And it's also because he's smart that I'm afraid we won't be able to keep our relationship a secret after he recovers. What kind of result do you want? Muqiqi asked Sheng Xiao, because she did not know what she needed to do. She did not know how high the standards of the Sheng family were. Moreover, she did not know whether Shen Jianchuan would agree or disagree. Sheng Xiao remained silent for a few seconds. Then he carried Muqiqi. I'm not worried that your father will disagree. I'm worried that he will challenge me. Are you afraid of him? Sheng Xiao laughed and touched Muqiqi's nose. You're right. He is an old man after all. Shen Jianchuan was obviously a slave to his daughter. But he did not have a bottom line. After all, Sheng Xiao and Muqiqi were in different generations. Moreover, Shen Jianchuan knew what kind of place the Sheng family was. He wanted his daughter to be free. Of course, he had to find out about it first. Sheng Xiao and Muqiqi guessed that the person was Shen Jianchuan. Destroying Rong Juanhan's dance school was just the first step. The painter named Yu was just fishing for fame. He did not have any real talent at all. All his fame came from Rong Juanhan's money. So it would be easy to destroy him. So it was just a piece of cake. Although Shen Jianchuan was lying on the bed all day, the nurses told him all the gossip. Moreover, Grandpa Shen investigated them. So Shen Jianchuan could find a way to deal with them. Grandpa Shen also guessed that it was his eldest brother. So he pretended to ask him when the Shens were not around. Did you ask someone to destroy the school? I can't move at all now. Are you lying to me? You still have your friends. What can't you do as long as you can get in touch with them? Grandpa Shen winked at him. Why haven't you changed after so many years? Shen Jianchuan did not deny it. There was nothing to hide in front of his father. He could only answer Grandpa Shen slowly. I have been sick for more than 10 years. I have lost more than 10 years of youth. Let alone destroying a school. This is just the beginning. Rong Junhan owes me. She must pay me back. Grandpa Shen nodded. Chi-Chi and I will not care about your revenge. Don't drag your daughter into this. I won't let Chi-Chi know. How can Chi-Chi not know? That girl is just like you. She is very smart. Grandpa Shen snorted. But there was a hint of satisfaction in his snort. She must be smart. Otherwise, she would be bullied. Rong Junhan was the most furious one now. Her years of hard work had been destroyed. She did not know how much she would lose. She guessed that it was the Shen family, but she could not guess which Shen it was. The most likely one was Muqiqi, but she felt that it was not Muqiqi's style. It was like Shen Jianchuan in his early years. Chapter 192. Not only Rong Juanhan's dance school, but Papa Yu's art gallery was also affected. The news of Yu Jing's deceitful marriage was plastered all over the Yu family's house. It made people understand why Rong Juanhan's dance school was destroyed and Papa Yu's art gallery was destroyed. It was all because Yu Jing cheated people's feelings and money. Rong Junhan and her family were very angry, but they could not find out who did it. They did not know what kind of tricks they had up their sleeves. Yu Jing had to wear a hat and a mask when she went out these 2 days. Because the people around her were all pointing at her and avoiding her. Look, it's that bad, Auntie. We are not going to school here today. It's that little B***tch again. I heard that she cheated a rich young master and made him bankrupt. He will go to hell after he dies. How could she cheat money with that kind of looks? That rich young master is so gullible. Not only that, the Yu family's house was splashed with dog's blood recently. People even wrote B***tch on the wall of the house. What was worse was that people even smashed the glass with stones. Yu Jing could not bear it anymore. Shen Lin is such a coward. How dare he let the Shuns treat me like this? He even said that he will love me for the rest of his life. I haven't divorced that bastard yet. Aren't they afraid of being struck by lightning for doing this? Seeing that Yu Jing was so angry, Rong Junhan quickly went to her and sat down beside her. She tried to calm her down. Our plan failed this time. We have lost everything. Xiao Jing, you should find a good family as soon as possible and make plans for your future. What plans do I have? If I see a good man, I will go after him. Yu Jing did not care. She was very confident that she could flirt with men. Last night, I saw a handsome man in a nightclub. Girls should not go to that kind of place. Rong Junhan said unhappily. Mom, I restrained myself in order to play the role of a good wife to Shen Lin, right? What happened in the end? I did not get anything. So, why should I restrain myself? Yu Jing continued to be confident. Anyway, even if Shenlin was gone, there was still a big world with millions of men. Rong Junhan could not control her. She could only let her be. That night, Yu Jing went to the nightclub she went to last night. She wanted to meet the handsome man from before. She had to admit that she was really lucky. She managed to hook such a handsome mixed-race man. The two of them flirted with each other. Yu Jing drank a lot of alcohol. When she woke up the next day, there were 4 or 5 men sleeping beside her. They were all naked. She had no idea that this matter had been deliberately arranged by someone to return an eye for an eye. Perhaps, this family did not even know that their own hell had quietly begun. Since Shen Jianxuan had already woken up, then of course, he could choose to slowly torture this family of 3. If they did not go crazy, they would not survive. When Mu Qiqi went to the hospital to visit her father again, he spoke much better. It seems that in less than a year and a half, you can be completely like a normal person. Mu Qiqi smiled at Shen Jianxuan as she scooped some soup for him. Shen Jianxuan was satisfied when he saw his daughter. But he said, I hope that I can lie down forever. Then you can come and see me often. I can also come and see you often when you are well. Actually, Mu Qiqi really wanted to know if the series of bad luck that Rong Junhan had experienced was really related to her father. Do you have any questions? Shen Jianxuan could see that his daughter wanted to say something. About Rong Junhan and her daughter. Speaking of this, give the thing under my pillow to Shenlin. Shen Jianxuan ordered Mu Qiqi. What? Mu Qiqi reached out her hand and found a small USB flash drive. What's in it? It's not suitable for children, but at least it helped Shenlin to vent his anger. Mu Qiqi nodded and kept the USB flash drive. Then, she asked Shen Jianxuan, Dad, how much do you plan to deal with Rong Junhan and her family? Shen Jianxuan could not answer her. He could not answer her. Who knew? Let's see how happy he was. When Mu Qiqi saw that he did not speak, she knew that he must be hiding a sinister scheme in his mind. In this aspect, he and Xiao Xiao were too similar. Both of them were people who refused to be taken advantage of, and they would definitely take revenge. Do you have a boyfriend? Mu Qiqi was stunned by Shen Jianxuan's sudden question. Mu Qiqi did not have time to answer him. But, Shen Jianxuan had already noticed something. Does this mean that you have a boyfriend? Whose child is it? Dad, you should drink the soup. Mu Qiqi stuffed his mouth with the soup. She stopped him from asking any more questions. Shen Jianxuan did not want to be an annoying father. He just shut his mouth. It was too easy to investigate. But he did not want his daughter to be disappointed in him. After Mu Qiqi came out of the hospital, she took the things and went to Shen Mansion. Although Shenlin did not know how to face her, Mu Qiqi was a generous person. She took the initiative to greet him. My father asked me to give this to you. He said that he wants to help you to vent your anger. Shenlin took the things and looked at Mu Qiqi. In the end, he sighed and apologized. I'm sorry for what happened just now. Although I don't like you, you didn't do anything to me. That's a different matter. Mu Qiqi replied. Moreover, your task now is to deal with your relationship with Yu Jing. You can settle the score with me in the future. Anyway, you still have a long way to go. Qiqi, thank you. If you really want to thank me, then pluck up your courage and be a decent man. That way, I'll look up to you even more. Yu Jing, that bitch, I want to beat her up every time I see her. You should really fight back and let me watch the show. I think it's good too. I'll try. They had been in love for a long time, and they had sacrificed so much. It was not easy to let go. Mu Qiqi did not force him. After all, it was Shenlin's personal matter. It had nothing to do with her. But now, when she went to Shen Mansion, apart from Grandpa Shen's love, Huang Yu and Shen Jinyan also served her well. They really treated Mu Qiqi like their own daughter. Because of that, Mu Qiqi's status in the Shen family rose. Of course, some were happy and some were sad. Seeing that Mu Qiqi was so popular, third daughter-in-law started to feel bad. Although she had been as quiet as a chicken over the last few days, quietly observing how things would develop, the old man would probably only remember Mu Qiqi as his granddaughter in the end, and forget about her own daughter. That was not a good thing. Muqiqi helped to get rid of Rong Junhan. Of course, they should thank her. But they had to be careful. The Shen family asked Muqiqi to stay for dinner. But Muqiqi rejected them. She said that she wanted to go home and have dinner with her aunt. But Suzy Pei and Lu Wenhua were together now. She did not need to be the third wheel anymore. But Muqiqi insisted. So the Shen family did not ask her to stay. Chapter 193. Grandpa Shen looked at Muqiqi's back as she left. His expression was unfathomable. Muqiqi was not in a relationship. She and Sheng Xiao had been living together for some time now. And they had sex almost every night. She was thirsty for more. She rushed home, because Sheng Xiao told her that he would bring her to a new place for a date. So many things had happened recently. They did not have the chance to go out and have fun. Sheng Xiao was also in a hurry. Mama Sheng could still see her son's figure in Huang Yao. But in the next second, she could only see his yellow sports car speeding past. Mama Sheng sighed helplessly. But when she turned around, she saw Jing Yun. Jing Yun saw Mama Sheng too. At that moment, he regretted that he did not leave the company 5 minutes later. Jing Yun, what is Sheng Xiao busy with these days? He always comes and goes in a hurry. Madam, I'm not sure. Isn't young master always like this? Jing Yun was still trying to avoid the topic. You're right. By the way, you should bring the girl from the Shen family, who doesn't share the same surname as you. She's quite popular these days. She helped old Shen solve Rong Junhan's problem. I'd like to meet such an amazing 18-year-old girl. Yes, madam. The Shen family and the Sheng family had a good relationship. Mama Sheng had met all the members of the Shen family. So, she was curious when Muqiqi appeared. She wanted to hear about her interesting stories. But she did not know that this 18-year-old girl was her daughter-in-law. Actually, Jing Yun was also very anxious. He was not as calm as he looked. He was afraid that Muqiqi would not know her place and leave a bad impression on the Sheng family. Then it would be harder for her to marry into the Shen family. But he could not find an excuse when Madame asked him again and again. Could he? Did he think that Sheng Xiao did not have a good plan? At night, Sheng Xiao drove Muqiqi. When they went out, he asked her to wear a black miniskirt with high heels and put on makeup. Muqiqi saw Sheng Xiao wearing a blue striped suit. He looked very formal. She could not help but ask, "Who are we going to meet?" "We are going to an art exhibition. Are you interested?" Sheng Xiao said mysteriously. "Who is going to hold an art exhibition at night?" Sheng Xiao smiled. His handsome face looked especially sexy and charming at that moment. Soon, they arrived at the Black Maple Gallery. However, Sheng Xiao did not bring Muqiqi in. Instead, they sat down at the Western restaurant opposite the gallery. Since he had booked the whole place, and the restaurant was open air, they could clearly see the opposite side. Hence, Sheng Xiao was in a good mood. But Muqiqi was puzzled. She held her chin and looked at him. "Are you not going to tell me anything? Papa Yu is holding an art exhibition here today. So, I brought you here to watch a show." Sheng Xiao picked up the glass of red wine and aimed it at the gallery opposite. "How did you know there would be a good show?" "Because I trust my instincts." Sheng Xiao pointed at his head. "Why did Papa Yu have to be so careful?" "It was because he was afraid that someone would come and cause trouble again. His own gallery was destroyed, and now he wanted to borrow someone else's gallery for the exhibition. Moreover, he decided to hold the exhibition at night. This was to ensure that everything would go smoothly during the exhibition. By keeping a low profile, it was not easy to attract attention. However, to his surprise, a group of reporters came to the art exhibition. When they saw Papa Yu, they went up to him to interview him. "Mr. Yu, I heard that your daughter is suspected of marriage fraud. Is it true?" "Mr. Yu, I heard that you and your lover from many years ago had an affair and worked together to cheat the Shen family's company. Is that true?" "Mr. Yu, there are rumors that your paintings were created through improper means. What do you think of it?" Papa Yu was surrounded by the reporters. He immediately called the security guards. But there were too many reporters, and the security guards were limited. In the end, Papa Yu could only shout, "Nonsense! You are all talking nonsense. Where did you hear that? Do you believe that I can sue you for slander? Mr. Yu, you can sue us if you want. But you have to answer our question first. It seems that the gallery opposite is very lively. Sheng Xiao smiled as he elegantly cut the beef. I saw a lot of reporters there. Muqiqi saw it clearly. There are about a dozen of them. I'm afraid that the security guards in the gallery are not enough. Soon, Papa Yu could not take it anymore. He asked the security guards to clear the way for him. He wanted to leave first. However, the reporters rushed out of the art gallery and pushed Papa Yu down the stairs. The stairs were not high, but Papa Yu rolled into the middle of the road. If the driver did not stop the car in time, he would have died under the wheels. Although his life was not in danger, he was seriously injured. Soon, Papa Yu was sent to the hospital. Almost. Little rascal, are you feeling sorry for him? Sheng Xiao asked, amused. I don't want to kill him. It's not bad to break his limbs and let him suffer. Sheng Xiao put the steak on her plate and pinched her nose. Hurry up and eat. Once you finish eating, I will fulfill your wish. Huh. In fact, Papa Yu's hand was crushed by the wheels. It was just that Muqiqi did not see it. Moreover, it was his right hand. When he was sent to the emergency room, Papa Yu was diagnosed with a comminuted fracture of the last 3 fingers on his right hand. Although it could be cured, it would leave a sequela if it was not cured. Rong Junhan and Yu Jing arrived at the hospital soon. When they saw Papa Yu's hand, they asked quickly, how did he get a comminuted fracture? Reporters. It's all those damn reporters' fault. It must be the Shen family's doing. Papa Yu shouted in pain. The Shen family wants to torture us bit by bit. They don't want us to live well. Rong Junhan turned around angrily after she heard that. Xiao Jing, take care of your father. I will go to the Shen family. But, who would admit that it was the Shen family? Soon Muqiqi knew about Papa Yu's injury. She looked at Sheng Xiao in surprise. He really got a fracture. Idiot. Sheng Xiao looked at her in disdain. But there was a hint of affection in his eyes. Now that Papa Yu is injured, I'm afraid Rong Junhan will go to the Shen family. Let your grandfather deal with it. We just need to watch the show. I'm afraid that this family will go crazy soon. Sheng Xiao believed in Shen Jianchuan's ability to torture people. Moreover, they had a grudge for more than 10 years. Because Shen Jianchuan was not torturing Rong Junhan and her family physically. Instead, he was destroying their minds bit by bit. Everything they did was not going well. Moreover, they were being troubled everywhere. Their living conditions were getting worse. Chapter 194. Rong Junhan drove straight to Shen Mansion from the hospital. But Grandpa Shen had ordered the sentries to not let anyone from the Rong family enter Shen Mansion, as they pleased after she came with Yu Jing to make a scene. So it was almost impossible for Rong Junhan to enter Shen Mansion. Rong Junhan was furious. But she was stopped at the gate of the Shen family. She was not happy. She pointed at the guard at the gate and scolded. You old bastard! Do the Shuns only know such despicable tricks? Come at me if you dare. Let me in. Huang Yu, come out now. And Muqiqi, that bastard. Little bitch. But no matter how she shouted, no one in the Shen family cared about her. In the end, no one from the Shen family came out even when her voice was hoarse. Was there any need to care about her? Absolutely not. Grandpa Shen was in his study, because Muqiqi had asked him to dig deeper into Rong Junhan. Grandpa Shen expanded the scope to the whole Rong family. Now he was reading the results of the investigation. No wonder Rong Junhan left in a hurry that day. She was afraid that Grandpa Shen would find out about Rong Group's tax evasion. It was her brother who was the mastermind. But her brother was a drunkard. He could not hide the truth when he was drunk. So, he was the one who found out the truth bit by bit. Good boy. Not bad. Grandpa Shen took off his glasses after reading the information. Then he called the police. Did he still need to give face to the Rong family? He did not need to. Rong Junhan did not expect that the higher-ups would send someone to investigate Rong Group's tax issue just an hour after her lover injured his hand. Then, she received a call for help from her brother. Sister, you must help me. Something happened to the company. The company is fine. What could happen? Rong Junhan was anxious now. She was getting impatient. I don't know who reported us. Now we are being interrogated by the police about the tax issue. Rong Junhan was stunned when she heard the word tax. She dropped her phone. No. Rong Junhan said. Then she picked up her phone from the ground. She told her brother, stay calm. I will come over now. Sis, it's too late. I'm going to be taken back for questioning now. Rong Junhan felt as if she had been struck by lightning. Because Rong Group was her last trump card. If she lost Rong Group, she would have nothing left. Soon, Rong Junhan called her lawyer. The lawyer stayed silent for a few seconds after he heard about it. Then he said, I've told you before that you can't do this kind of thing. But you didn't believe me and came to me now. What can I do? The amount of tax evasion by the Rong Group is no longer a matter of fines and compensation. You will have to go to jail. You and your brother, at least 3 years, at most 7 years. Rong Junhan's legs were weak. She could only beg the lawyer. Lawyer, and please help me. This isn't a private lawsuit. I'll quit, okay? After that, the other party hung up the phone. Rong Junhan called out a few times, but there was no response. Even her lawyer could not stand it anymore. Papa Yu's hand was injured, so he would not be able to paint in a short period of time. Moreover, Yu Jing was in such a state, so the father and daughter could not help her at all. Thinking about that, Rong Junhan's heart sank. No, she should ask her friends for help. Maybe they could still be saved. But who would be willing to help them now? Were their friends stupid? Soon, Mu Qiqi knew about what happened to the Rong family. Of course, she clapped her hands and cheered. Rong Junhan had framed the Shin family. Now she was the one who was humiliated by the Shin family. But it was not the Shin family's fault. It was Rong Junhan's own fault, wasn't it? Mu Qiqi followed Grandpa Shun's order to go to the Shin family for dinner. But she wanted to know who was the culprit this time. Grandpa Shun sneered while he was eating. Didn't you ask me to dig deeper? Then I found out the truth. Then, I made a phone call to report the culprit. Mu Qiqi laughed and gave Grandpa Shun a thumbs up. Grandpa, you're so good at it. Oomph. Grandpa Shun snorted. Then he thought of something and said to Mu Qiqi, don't go to class next Saturday. Accompany me to a birthday party and visit an old comrade. Father, Ruoi is coming home soon. Let her go with you. Third aunt said to Grandpa Shun immediately. Although Qiqi's family background is not low, the birthday party you are going to will be attended by guests with powerful backgrounds. I'm afraid that she won't know how to deal with them if they ask about her background. Third aunt looked like she was kind enough to prevent Mu Qiqi from being embarrassed. But in fact, she wanted to remind Grandpa Shun that he had another granddaughter. He should not be biased. Grandpa Shun finished his soup and looked at third aunt. He was suspicious. Are you afraid that I can't take good care of Qiqi? Or are you mocking Qiqi for not being presentable? Father, I don't mean that. Ruoi is my granddaughter. You don't need to remind her. Even if she comes back, the Shen family will still be her home. But this will not affect my decision to bring Qiqi to the birthday party. Grandpa Shun was obviously unhappy. Actually, Mu Qiqi did not really want to go to the birthday party. She preferred to stay at home with her aunt and Sheng Xiao. It's decided then. Xiao Qi will go with me on Saturday. I'll introduce you to the boy from the Lin family. If you can date him, Grandpa Shun will be very happy. Grandpa Shun actually had such an intention. So Mu Qiqi immediately said with a sad face, Grandpa, I'm still young. I'm just a freshman. You can get to know each other and date him for 3 to 4 years. Then you can get married, right? Otherwise, you'll become an old lady like your aunt. Mu Qiqi felt helpless. She did not know if Grandpa Shun was being conservative or old-fashioned. Mu Qiqi had Sheng Xiao. Of course, she did not need other resources. But third aunt was very jealous of her. Shen Ruai was older than Mu Qiqi. It was because the second and third sons of the Shen family got married earlier than Shen Jianchuan. So their children should be older. Why did Grandpa Shen not introduce the young master of the Lin family to Ruai? Instead, he introduced Mu Qiqi, who was not even 19 years old. Wasn't he being biased? Huang Yu and Shen Jinyun did not think that way. But third daughter-in-law was very unhappy about it. Speaking of appearance, talent and family background, Shun Ruai was not as good as Muchichi. Grandpa Shun could really do it. But Muchichi could see that third aunt was unhappy. So she said, "Why don't I talk to Grandpa? I don't need your fake kindness." Chapter 195. Although she did not want to go, she did not want third aunt to take advantage of her. So, after third aunt left, Muchichi said to Huang Yu, "Why don't I ask Grandpa to bring your daughter instead? She is only 17. Why would she need it?" Huang Yu smiled. "But Xiaoqi, tell me the truth. Do you already have someone you like?" Muchichi was stunned. She did not answer. If the Shen family knew that she had such a relationship with Sheng Xiao, would they feel that it was a disgrace to the family? Would they chase her out immediately? "You can say that," Muchichi answered mysteriously. "But you can't ask me who it is. When I grow up, I will pursue it myself. You are so young." Huang Yu did not continue asking. Of course, she would not think about Sheng Xiao. Although they had some history, the crown prince of Huang Yao was not someone that a little girl like Muchichi could win over. So Muchichi managed to escape. When she got home, Sheng Xiao was already at home. He was wearing a black shirt and sitting in the living room. He was reading the documents with all his attention, but he did not ignore the little figure that walked in. "You are back." Muchichi was mesmerized by his serious look, especially when he was wearing a black shirt. That kind of abstinence made people not dare to get close to him, but they could not help but look at him a few more times. It was really fascinating. But Muchichi remembered what Grandpa Shen said today. So, she walked up to Sheng Xiao and took the documents from his hands. Then she straddled him and said, "Grandpa is bringing me to some birthday party." And what?" Sheng Xiao asked her dangerously. "And he said that he is going to introduce a boyfriend to me." Muchichi lowered her head and drew circles in the air with her index finger. "You want to go?" Sheng Xiao lifted her chin and asked. Are you tired of living?" Sheng Xiao carried her from the sofa and pinned her against the wall. He punished her harshly. "Have you forgotten who your man is?" "Huh. How can I forget?" Muchichi quickly explained. Xiao, I have worked so hard to get you. How can I go and see someone else?" "Did you chase me?" Sheng Xiao snorted coldly. "I was the one who protected and spoiled you. You still dare to go on a blind date? I'm catching up. I've had a crush on you for so long. Can't you feel how deep my feelings for you are?" This time, Sheng Xiao found it interesting. "How deep? How am I supposed to express my gratitude? You only know how to bully me." At that, Sheng Xiao picked her up and put her on the big bed in the bedroom. He had thought that there would be a round of kisses, but he simply flipped her over, lifted her skirt, and gave her a few tight slaps on her buttocks. Muchichi was in so much pain that she was in tears. "You bully me." Sheng Xiao knew that she was in pain, so he helped her massage it again. "I'll teach you a lesson. How do you know I have no memory?" I remember it even if I have to go to the ends of the earth. My man is Sheng Xiao. He's an arrogant demon, but he's also a meticulous man. He loves to tease me the most, but I find him very charming." At her words, Sheng Xiao leaned over and kissed her red buttocks. Muchichi blushed and quickly covered her mouth. "I haven't showered yet. Which part of your body have I not kissed?" Sheng Xiao said in disdain. Then, he carried Muchichi into the bedroom and put her in the bathtub. "You can go to the birthday banquet, but I know what I'm doing." Muchichi quickly raised her hand and swore. "I just want to get to know more people, but I won't look at another man." Sheng Xiao snorted. He was satisfied. It was not because he was being generous, but because the Sheng family was also on the invitation list. Before this, he had thought that this kind of occasion was boring. It seemed that he would have to snatch the invitation from sixth brother's hands. "By the way, Xiao, shouldn't we send a gift to Aunt Zipei now that she is getting married?" Sheng Xiao nodded when he heard the word we. His gaze softened, because Muchichi saw the two of them as a whole. To Muchichi, he was the head of the family and her husband. And to Su Zipei, he was her niece's son-in-law. "What is Aunt Zipei like?" "Aunt Zipei has everything. She just wants us to be happy," Muchichi said as she lay on the bathtub. Then let's give her a peace of mind. I'll leave it to you. Mu Qiqi grabbed Sheng Zhao's hand and rested her head on the back of his hand. Soon she fell asleep. Sheng Zhao helped his little one with her bath and went to the study to ask Jing Yun to prepare a gift. It did not need to be expensive, but it was a sincere blessing. He believed that Su Zipei would like it. Then, he looked at Mu Qiqi, who was sleeping soundly on the bed. But Sheng Zhao was not in a hurry to sleep. It was because Grandpa Shen was too unreliable this time. Was only 19 years old. How could this old man be so eager to find a grandson-in-law? If Grandpa Shen scared him like this, he should not blame him for giving Grandpa Shen a headache. It was already late at night. But Rong Junhan had asked most of her relatives and friends to save her brother. But none of them would help her. Rong Junhan was very anxious. But she did not stop until she reached her sister-in-law's house. My daughter has divorced your brother. How dare you come here? You deserve what happened to the Rong family. She sneered at her. I really want to set off firecrackers. What did the Rong family say when your brother humiliated my daughter? Now it's karma. Rong Junhan knew it would be like this. But she did not have the time and energy to quarrel with them. She could only walk out of the house. This family doesn't even change the lights in the stairwell. I'm afraid they are too poor to save my brother. Rong Junhan said angrily. Then, she turned on the flashlight on her phone. But she was pushed by someone from behind. She screamed and rolled down the stairs. She would not be so lucky this time. She could be forgiven if she did not do so many bad things in the past. If she had not done so many bad things in the past, she would not have to pay for it like this today. Soon, Yu Jing received the news that Rong Junhan was injured. Her father had just come in, and Rong Junhan had many fractures in her body. Yu Jing could not hold it anymore. She broke down and cried. Mu Qiqi felt that she could not accept the news. The Rong family was investigated yesterday. Today, Rong Junhan was admitted to the hospital with fractures. Would she be sent to jail tomorrow? Was Rong Junhan really unlucky, or? She felt that her father would not be so fast. Maybe Rong Junhan was really unlucky. On the other hand, Yu Jing did not know what to do. The only person she could think of was Shen Lin. Chapter 196. But she did not have Shen Lin's contact number now. So she could only beg the Shen family for help. Especially when she heard that her uncle was arrested. Now she saw Rong Junhan lying on the bed. She was at a loss. She just wanted to rely on someone else. At this moment, who else would be willing to give her support? Of course it was Shen Lin. Yu Jing took a taxi and went to the Shen family. But she was not allowed to enter the house. She cried and threw a tantrum. The guards at the door did not dare to touch her. So they could only inform Grandpa Shen. But Grandpa Shen did not care about this. He asked Huang Yu to settle the debt she owed. Huang Yu looked at her son. Although Shen Lin did not say anything, she knew that he wanted to end things with Yu Jing once and for all. Shen Lin was humiliated and trampled on like that. Even Mu Qiqi hoped that he could muster up his courage and say no to this woman. How could he let his parents and family down? So, Shen Lin still told Huang Yu after she hesitated. Mother, let me go. Can you really handle it? Huang Yu was afraid that her son would be soft-hearted. Shen Lin did not hide his emotions. But he insisted. Just let me go. I want to know the truth. I understand what you mean. Go ahead. Huang Yu nodded. Shen Lin could guess why Yu Jing came to him. Now the Rong family was declining. Her parents and uncle were in trouble. She needed someone to rely on. This woman always relied on others to live. She did not want to take responsibility. She was like a parasite. Shen Lin walked to the door of the Shen family. He saw Yu Jing squatting on the ground. But there was no joy in his eyes. There was only hatred and anger. When Yu Jing saw Shen Lin, she immediately went forward and hugged his legs. She said, Shen Lin, you finally came out to see me. I knew that you would come out. You did not want to leave me behind. Shen Lin did not move. He let Yu Jing hug him. He felt that it was ironic when he thought of how Yu Jing humiliated him that day. I remember clearly that day. You said that I did not achieve anything. I have no skills. I only know how to ask my parents for money. I only said those words out of anger. But I think you're right. Shen Lin sneered. How can a lowly man like me be worthy of you kneeling down on your noble knees and begging me for mercy? As Shenlin spoke, he pinched Yu Jing's chin and said, Don't you want your dignity anymore? Do you have any sense of shame? Do you know how to write the word cheap? Shenlin, for the past few days, I've been wondering why a useless man like me would fall for you. Now I finally understand. It's because you don't have any skills and your skills in bed are like a dead fish. Not only do you ask your parents for money, but you also cheat other men of their money. What right do you have to look down on me? Yu Jing was in tears. Her chin was pinched and she could not say a word. Look, your uncle is down, and your parents are injured. But didn't you still come to find me? You said I'm cheap. But are you even more cheap than me? Shenlin, don't you love me anymore? Love. Shenlin sneered and looked up at the sky. Then he answered Yu Jing. Didn't you destroy my little love? Compared to your humiliation, my little love is nothing. Do you really think you're a beauty? Do you really think I can't live without you? Yu Jing looked carefully. My Shen family is powerful and influential. Do you think I Shenlin lack women? Yes, I was lied to by you before, but I can get a divorce. After the divorce, there will still be people who like me, because I will become better and better. But what about you? You're going to sink into the mud, and then fall into hell. Why do I still like you like this? After hearing what Shenlin said, Yu Jing quickly confessed to him, I'll change. I won't say those cheap words anymore. I'll really change. Believe me. Thinking about the woman in front of him, and thinking about his past, Shenlin only felt that everything was so ridiculous and worthless. What he sacrificed everything for was actually such a thing. Finally, he felt relieved and got rid of Yu Jing. I don't want to see you again. Don't ever let me see you again. Shenlin, get lost. This time, Shenlin was very determined. What true love? What faithful love? In front of money it seemed so fragile. Yu Jing was still shouting behind him. But Shenlin could not hear her anymore. It was really not worth it to be dragged into hell by such a person. Huang Yu saw her son coming back as she wished. She also knew that Yu Jing was still crying outside. Since her son had made a decision, she was relieved. Join the army next spring. Try to be a man of indomitable spirit. Don't let your grandfather down again. Shenlin held Huang Yu's hand and nodded. Don't worry, Mom. It's enough to be silly once. I won't be silly again. Chi-Chi is your sister. She deserves your protection. Repay her in the future. I will. Once something was kept in a man's heart, it would be a promise for a lifetime. Mu Chi-Chi protected his parents and exposed his fake marriage. He would certainly remember her kindness for the rest of his life. In the future, if someone in the Shen family bullied Mu Chi-Chi, he would be the first one to speak up for her. Your eldest cousin is coming back. Look at third brother. I don't think he likes Mu Chi-Chi very much. Help him to keep an eye on her. Okay. Go back to your room. Huang Yu patted her son's shoulder and reminded him to rest. As for Yu Jing, who was outside the door, she would just let her fend for herself. Speaking of Shenlin's eldest cousin, Shen Ruoi, she was very studious. She had completed all the courses in the university at a young age. Now she was a postgraduate student. She was widely acknowledged as a talented girl. Grandpa Shen had no reason to dislike such a granddaughter. But deep down he loved Mu Chi-Chi more. It was because Shen Ruoi grew up in a honeypot. But Mu Chi-Chi was not. Because Grandpa Shen liked Mu Chi-Chi more. Third sister was so anxious. She urged her daughter to go home. She had already found the handsome young man in the Lin family for her daughter. She could not let Mu Chi-Chi have it. But Shen Ruoi did not agree. Mom, I will definitely go home tomorrow. But can you not make a match for me? I don't like that kind of handsome young man. Then who do you like? I don't want to talk to you anymore. Shen Ruoi could not communicate with her mother at all. Oh yeah, the new cousin is called Mu Chi-Chi, right? What is she like? I will bring some back for her. It's none of your business what she likes. I'm warning you. Don't have too much contact with her. Chapter 197. But Shen Ruoi did not think so. She had to get close to Mu Chi-Chi. Because Mu Chi-Chi was related to the Sheng family. So, she went to a luxury shop in France and bought some toys for Muchichi despite her mother's objection. She wanted to give them to Muchichi as a gift. Muchichi knew that her cousin was coming back, so she asked Sheng Xiao about her. But Sheng Xiao only answered her, "I don't know her." Shen Ruoyi had a lot of experience in school. She was talented and well-educated. She was not like third aunt's daughter at all. But she was just normal. She did not have any personality at all. Moreover, Sheng Xiao rarely paid attention to the girls in the Shen family except for Muchichi. He spent more time with the men. Muchichi nodded after getting the answer. "All right. I'll have to find out more about her myself. I hope that she is really different from third aunt." When Shen Ruoyi reached home, it was already night time in Jianchuan. The first thing she did was to kiss Grandpa Shen. "Grandpa, I'm back." Grandpa Shen was happy to see his granddaughter. "You're getting more and more beautiful." "That's right. Even I haven't seen you in almost half a year." Huang Yu reached out and pulled her daughter into a hug. Shen Ruoyi greeted everyone in the family. But she did not see Muchichi. "Didn't you say that there's a new member in the family?" "She's still on the way," said Grandpa Shen. But third aunt's expression changed. She did not like her daughter to have too much interaction with Muchichi. So, she whispered to Shen Ruoyi, "Didn't I tell you not to mind other people's business?" Shen Ruoyi would not listen to her. After a while, she started chatting with Shen Lin. Soon, Muchichi appeared at the entrance of the Shen family. She came here with the intention to meet this talented lady. She heard that Shen Ruoyi was a talented lady. She entered the living room and saw a tall girl with a confident smile. Muchichi had a good first impression of her. She was tall and had an oval face. She had long hair and was dressed in an exotic way. She must have good taste. Shen Ruoyi took out a gift when she saw Muchichi. She walked toward her and said, "This is for you. Welcome." "Ruoyi." Third aunt was furious. Muchichi looked at the gift box in her hand. It was a famous watch. She immediately replied, "This is too expensive. We're sisters, there's no need to be so polite." Shen Ruoyi was very friendly. She was confident and generous. She really had the demeanor of the Shen family's young lady. It was no wonder that third aunt was jealous of Grandpa Shen's love for her. She really hoped that Grandpa Shen would pay more attention to such an outstanding daughter. "It's time to eat. Let's talk while we eat." Shen Ruoyi held Muchichi's hand and sat down at the dining table. She accidentally noticed the tattoo on Muchichi's earlobe. She was surprised. "Is this Uncle Sheng Jiaxiao's English name? You know about it?" Muchichi was surprised because Xiao said that very few people knew about his name. "I saw him sign it when I went to the Sheng family a few years ago. Why did you tattoo it on your ear?" Fortunately, she had explained about the tattoo before. Otherwise, she would not be able to hide it anymore if she was exposed. She admires her savior. Grandpa Shen explained for Muchichi. But Sheng Xiao deserves to be her idol. "It's fate." Shen Ruoyi smiled. She took the red wine and toasted Muchichi. "It's our first time meeting. I hope that we can take care of each other in the future." Muchichi did not know why. Although Shen Ruoyi had explained it to her, she still felt that something was not right. A woman's intuition was very accurate sometimes. So, even though Shen Ruoyi was so friendly to her, she was still cautious. She was not the old Muchichi, who only knew how to look at a person's appearance. So, although she seemed to agree with Shen Ruoyi on the surface, she was still suspicious of her cousin. "Ruoyi, Grandpa Lin is going to celebrate his 70th birthday soon. But he doesn't want to bring you along." Third aunt took the opportunity to stir up trouble. "I was thinking that since you like Chi-Chi so much, why don't you two go? Then you can take care of her. I was thinking that you're a talented girl in the literature department. You're also considerate. If Chi-Chi makes any mistakes, you can make up for it. You're even comparing this." Huang Yu smiled. "Chi-Chi is a genius in science. Don't you know how many marks she got into Shengting University? It's because Chi-Chi is a science student. She doesn't have a high EQ. That's why I asked Ruoyi to help her. Isn't it for the good of the Shen family? Chi-Chi has a high EQ. It's not a problem." Huang Yu refuted. "All right. You have to quarrel over such a small matter. Ruoyi, let's go together." Grandpa Shen decided that since his granddaughter was back, It was reasonable for her to meet the elders. But he never thought that Muchichi needed someone to take care of her. He knew that this sly girl was weird and cunning. That's more like it. Third aunt felt better. Adults are always so boring. Shunruai did not show that she wanted to go. But she did not say that she would not go either. Muchichi could not tell which side she was on at the moment. But she had a feeling that her cousin was not as simple as she looked. So soon, Muchichi found an excuse to go home to accompany her aunt. Then, she left the Shun family and went back to her new home. When she saw Sheng Xiao, she climbed onto his lap and asked, "Does Shunruai know that it's your English name?" Sheng Xiao looked at her angry face. Then he pointed at the tattoo on his collarbone and asked her, "Does Shunruai know that it's your English name?" "Xiao Xiao, let me be honest with you. I don't like Shunruai. I don't know why, but I feel that she is being nice to me. She has a purpose. You see, she gave me a lot of gifts when we first met. But when the others in the Shun family knew about my existence, they all frowned at me. Since you don't like it, you should give her something of the same value. Consider it as a return gift. Then, you won't feel uneasy and feel that you owe her a favor." "My little one, do you still lack these things?" Muchichi thought about it, and felt that it was reasonable. These powerful families are so complicated. You grew up in the Mu family. You should be familiar with these things. Aren't you used to it? Sheng Xiao hugged her and comforted her. Chapter 198. Shunruai was too nice to Muchichi. Third aunt was puzzled. After the family dinner, she went to her daughter's room and asked, "Do you really like Muchichi? Why didn't you think of buying them for your parents when you bought them for her? Or, are you just trying to stall for time? Do you have an ulterior motive?" Shunruai was removing her makeup at the dressing table. She felt helpless after she heard what her mother said. "Mother, why do you think of me like that? Muchichi is very likable. Don't always pick on her. It's your first time meeting her. How do you know what kind of person she is?" "Mother, I'm very tired today. Please let me go," Shunruai said coquettishly. She knew her mother's weakness. As expected, Third aunt took a deep breath and calmed herself down. "Then you should rest. But don't be nice to her when you go to the birthday party. You're just a bastard. How dare you try to ride on the daughter of the family?" "Mother, I know. You should go back to your room now." Third aunt was helpless. She could only leave her daughter's room. But she was not willing to let Muchichi go to the birthday party and steal her daughter's spotlight. Her daughter must be the prettiest one that day. She wanted to win young Master Lin's heart. But she did not know that her daughter's ambition was never to be a young master of the Lin family. The next day, Su Zipei and Lu Wenhua received a gift from Sheng Xiao. It was a set of exquisite, but not luxurious jewelry. It was something that a woman would wear when she got married. Everything was exquisite, and Su Zipei liked it very much. Young Master Sheng is so considerate. He is born in a rich family, but he can understand other people's difficulties and needs. He is so considerate. This niece-in-law is so considerate. Lu Wenhua hugged Su Zipei and said to her, "I don't have any children and I don't have any relatives. Now that I have you, of course, I will love Chi-Chi more. As for young Master Sheng, he is not an ordinary person. I only hope that with our support, Chi-Chi will have more bargaining chips in the Sheng family." "Wenhua, thank you. If you want, I am willing to bear your children. But you can't be partial. Don't worry. Many people love Chi-Chi now." Lu Wenhua comforted her. "Actually, I have a problem now, and I hope you can promise me." Su Zipei suddenly thought of something. "After we get married, can we move to a small villa? I just hope that no matter when Chi-Chi comes home, she will have a hot meal to eat. That way, even if someone suspects her relationship with young Master Sheng, she will be able to handle it. If I get married and the house is empty, how will Chi-Chi answer to the Shin family?" Lu Wenhua listened to his wife and nodded. "Actually, the villa is closer to Eton. Of course I'm willing." Su Zipei got the answer, and hugged Lu Wenhua gratefully. Perhaps Chi-Chi was right. The heavens had left the best for her last. After that, Su Zipei called Muchichi. Muchichi had just woken up. And when she learned that Sheng Xiao had sent her a gift, she gave him a big kiss on the cheek. Sheng Xiao opened his eyes in confusion. When he saw Mu Qiqi put down her phone, he pulled her into his arms and pinned her under his body. Xiao Xiao, I'm going to be late. You should know the consequences when you kissed me. Men were usually excited in the morning, especially when Mu Qiqi looked so obsessed with him. It was a blatant seduction. But the professor's class is really scary. Can it be scarier than me? Sheng Xiao's hair was messy at the moment, and he looked so sexy. Moreover, he was naked, and his eyes were full of lust. Which woman could resist such temptation? Forget it. I'll admit it even if I fail the class. Mu Qiqi raised her hands and surrendered. Soon she was addicted to his touch and kisses. She did not have the energy to think about anything else. So, the bedroom in the morning was very romantic, especially the sounds. It made her blush and let her imagination run wild. Actually, not only Mu Qiqi, but Sheng Xiao was also late. The meeting in Huangyao was delayed for an hour. When Jing Yun saw Sheng Xiao, he was full of energy. Obviously, he was satisfied. He had the person he loved in his arms. Even if it was a business deal worth billions, he could still postpone it. When she looked at the Rong family, Rong Junhan had a mental breakdown when she knew that her brother would not be able to escape from prison. Rong Group was in a mess now. The shareholders had withdrawn their investments, and some had sold their shares. There was no one who could clean up the mess. Was it her daughter? She could not count on it. Because Yu Jing had been thinking about how to find another man to rely on. How could she make a comeback in such a situation? The more Rong Junhan thought about it, the colder she felt. In the end, she said to Yu Jing, Shen Jianchuan is also in this hospital. Push me to see him. Mom, are you going to beg this man? He is just a cripple. He can't help us. Don't talk nonsense. You just need to push me to him. Rong Junhan said coldly. Her fracture was in a cast, so it was difficult for her to move. Okay. Yu Jing found a wheelchair and pushed Rong Junhan to the 8th floor of the hospital. It was the ward where Shen Jianchuan was recuperating. After lunch, Shen Jianchuan was about to take a nap. But when he saw his old friend, he was immediately awake. You are the one who planned everything, Jianchuan. Because other than you, I can't think of anyone else in the Shen family who would be so ruthless. Shen Jianchuan leaned against the headboard and looked at Rong Junhan calmly. This is the price you have to pay for letting me live. Rong Junhan laughed at herself when she got the answer. I was wondering how a disabled person, who can't even speak properly, could do so many things behind the scenes. But I have underestimated you. You're famous for being a vengeful person. I made you suffer in bed for more than 10 years. Will you leave me alone? I am too naive. Yu Jing heard their conversation and went forward angrily. She wanted to hit Shen Jianchuan, but Rong Junhan stopped her. Do whatever you want if you want to die faster. Mom, he is just a cripple. His body is damaged but his brain is not. If you still want to live, you'd better get out of here. Rong Junhan shouted at Yu Jing. She was so agitated that she almost hurt her wound. Yu Jing stomped her feet and went out obediently. Chapter 199. I'm just a useless person. Shen Jianchuan could now speak a sentence more fluently. In that case, you still want to make life difficult for us. Rong Junhan said agitatedly. I've taken care of you for more than 10 years. Can't you spare our lives? Who did I become like this? Shen Jianchuan asked Rong Junhan. I didn't do it on purpose. You did. Shen Jianchuan said confidently. If you want me to spare your life, it depends on your attitude. Are you going to cling on to something that doesn't exist? Or are you willing to disappear from Jianchuan? Rong Junhan understood what Shen Jianchuan meant. Shen Jianchuan wanted her to give up everything and leave Jianchuan with Yu Jing. Moreover, she was not allowed to step into this city ever again. Will you let us go if we do that? At least, I won't bother to help you if you're somewhere else. Shen Jianchuan replied. He was a man with a daughter now. What awaited him next was rehabilitation training. He did not want to waste any more time on this family of scum. However, he could not watch this family of 3 walk around in front of him so shamelessly. I understand. Rong Junhan nodded. She looked hopeless. If you want to disappear, you must disappear completely. Rong Junhan looked at her leg that was in a cast. She thought of her brother, who was going to be imprisoned. She could not help but cry. She had been scheming for so many years. She had been hiding in the Shen family for so many years. But in the end, she could not even go home. Shen Jianchuan did not pity her at all. After all, this woman had done all kinds of bad things. Rong Junhan knew that there was nothing she could do in front of Shen Jianchuan. She could only hide her embarrassment. She called Yu Jing into the ward and pushed her away from Shen Jianchuan's territory. Mom, what should we do next? Go home and pack your things. We are moving out of Jianchuan. Why? Yu Jing exclaimed. If you don't want to be the one with a broken leg, then don't ask. Yu Jing kept quiet when she thought of her parents lying in the hospital. She could not imagine how scary Shen Jianchuan was. He would kill them all. But her mother had been scheming for her whole life. But she ended up like this. Yu Jing felt that her world was collapsing. Saturday came quickly. Before she went to the Shen family, Mu Qiqi brought chicken soup to the hospital to visit Shen Jianchuan. Dad, drink it while it's hot. Shen Jianchuan looked at his daughter and knew that she was going to attend the birthday banquet today. He smiled and said, Are you here to learn from me? What are you thinking? I just want to see you. Mu Qiqi answered him. I'm here to see how Rong Junhan is doing. Didn't Grandpa say that she is also in this hospital? When Rong Junhan was mentioned, Shen Jianchuan was silent for a moment. Then he replied, You won't be able to see this family in Jianchuan anymore. Huh. Mu Qiqi didn't quite understand. The whole family left. Shen Jianchuan replied, Maybe I'm old and don't want to kill them all. As long as she disappears from my sight, I can let her live. The Rong clan only has herself to blame for this outcome. Mu Qiqi nodded. Then she smiled at Shen Jianchuan. Then, we'll have to look forward to the future. You must get well soon, or I'll be bullied in the Shen family. Who dares to bully you? You don't know. Mu Qiqi pouted. I heard from your grandfather that Shen Rui likes you a lot, doesn't she? Shen Jianchuan reminded her not to throw a tantrum. But if someone comes to trouble you, I will be your strongest support. You don't have to be afraid of anything. I know. She had a great boyfriend and a great father. What was there for her to be afraid of now? After visiting Shen Jianchuan in the hospital, Mu Qiqi went back to her new home. She changed into a black A-line dress. There was a layer of black muslin on top of the dress. She looked elegant and her skin was fair. At her age, she was in her prime. As long as there was a confident smile on her face, she would attract attention no matter where she went. Mu Qiqi did not know that Sheng Xiao was going to the birthday banquet. She asked Uncle Lin to send her to the Shen family at 5 o'clock. She had to meet Grandpa Shen and go to the birthday banquet with Shen Ruai. Shen Ruai was wearing a blue dress, and her hair was braided. She looked very special. It seemed that she knew her shortcomings. So, she always wanted to find something special to make herself look more attractive. Qiqi, you are so beautiful. Shen Ruai was surprised when she saw Mu Qiqi. I think your hair is very beautiful today. Shen Ruai smiled when she heard the compliment. I learned it overseas. I will teach you how to braid it someday. Third aunt stood aside and pulled her cloak. She rolled her eyes at them and muttered. What do you mean by beautiful? You are just an illegitimate child. What is there to praise? We can leave after Grandpa has changed. Shen Ruai was not affected by her mother at all. She was very friendly to Mu Qiqi. Mu Qiqi put on a fake smile. She knew that third aunt, who was not far from her, had a resentful look on her face. Soon, Grandpa Shen walked out of the room. He was wearing a blue striped suit. He looked very energetic. Since you are ready, let's go. Mu Qiqi went forward and held Grandpa Shen's arm. Shen Ruai was pulled aside by third aunt. She secretly gave Shen Ruai a bag and put it in her silver handbag. If you want to embarrass the girl tonight, you can apply this on her body. It will cause an allergic reaction. Be careful. Mom! Shen Ruai was shocked. Don't be stubborn. You have to fight for your future. Aren't you afraid now that your grandfather likes this illegitimate child so much? Shen Ruai was helpless. But she did not get angry at her mother. She would never use the thing her mother prepared. But she did not have time to take it out. So, she could only put it in her handbag. The three of them got into the car. But Grandpa Shin looked at Shin Ruai. Ruai, you are the eldest sister of the Shin family. Don't be bewitched by some evil tricks. Grandpa, don't worry. I will take good care of Chi-Chi. Shin Ruai smiled and held Mu-Chi-Chi's hand. If it was someone else, they would have long fallen in love with this elder sister, right? Chapter 200. Especially when Shin Ruai was so friendly to her. Even Grandpa Shin would be suspicious. Chi-Chi, don't be nervous at the banquet tonight. They are my old comrades. They won't make things difficult for you. I know, Grandpa. Anyway, she was used to gossip. She would easily become the topic of gossip when she was in such a situation. She was a twin. How could she have two fathers? It was normal for others to be curious. She could pretend that she did not hear anything as long as it was not too much. I will keep a close eye on Chi-Chi's location, Shin Ruai said to the two of them. Grandpa Shun was very satisfied with his two granddaughters. One was talented in literature, and the other was logical. They were both good descendants of the Shin family. They had brought glory to the Shin family. Soon, the car of the Shin family arrived at the entrance of the hotel, where the banquet was held. The hotel staff helped Mu-Chi-Chi get off the car. Grandpa Lin, the protagonist of the birthday banquet, was standing at the entrance. He was wearing a white suit and looked quite handsome. When he saw his old comrade, he quickly came to welcome him. Just call him Grandpa Lin later. I will bring you along, Shin Ruai reminded Mu-Chi-Chi. Mu-Chi-Chi nodded and followed Grandpa Shin with Shin Ruai. Ruai has become prettier. Grandpa Lin looked at Shin Ruai and smiled warmly. Then he looked at Mu-Chi-Chi. He seemed to understand what was going on. He said to Grandpa Shin, "You are indeed Jinchuan's daughter. You are so handsome." "Don't say that. She is still a little girl. She will have to rely on the elders to take care of her in the future. Please come in." After some polite greetings, the three of them entered the banquet hall. Looking at the colorful decorations of the banquet hall, and seeing that most of the guests were dressed in military uniforms, Mu-Chi-Chi knew very well that it was no wonder that her third aunt was trying so hard not to let her take the limelight for herself on such an occasion. Mu-Chi-Chi tilted her head and looked at Shin Ruai. She knew most of the guests because they often walked around. So, she was not so nervous when she greeted someone she was familiar with. "Hey Ruai, is this your younger sister?" A woman in a red dress stopped and looked at Mu-Chi-Chi. She asked Shin Ruai. "Yes, Aunt Yao." Shin Ruai greeted her politely. Then she said to Mu-Chi-Chi, "This is Aunt Yao." "Hello, Aunt Yao." She looked at Mu-Chi-Chi and pursed her lips into a smile. She nodded in acknowledgement, but her gaze was so meaningful that it made people choke on their throats and mind it very much. Then the woman left. Shin Ruai turned around and said to Mu-Chi-Chi, "Stay away from her. She's quite a gossip." Wasn't this gossip? Now he was chatting with someone else, and he kept glancing at Mu-Chi-Chi. Grandpa Shin was greeting everyone along the way, so Mu-Chi-Chi was led by Shin Ruai. So, Shin Ruai brought Mu-Chi-Chi to the place where the young men and ladies gathered together. "Ruai, is this your sister?" There were 5 or 6 people standing in front of him. They were both men and women, and they were all about 18 or 19 years old. However, each of them had a confident attitude on their faces. One look, and you could tell that they had extraordinary backgrounds. Shin Ruai looked at Mu-Chi-Chi and nodded. "Yes, my sister." The man didn't ask any more questions. Instead, he turned around and said to his friends, "Have you heard about this girl's background? It's interesting." Shin Ruai's expression changed when she heard that. She looked at Mu-Chi-Chi, but Mu-Chi-Chi didn't have much reaction. It was because she was already mentally prepared for it. "I heard that her mother and 2 men. That's why they gave birth to a pair of twins. I heard from my mother that the young master of the Shin family was a man with a heavy taste when he was young. I didn't expect him to have such a taste." Knowing that they were up to no good, Shin Ruai turned around with Mu-Chi-Chi. "Don't listen to them. The kids who grew up in the military are all lawless and spoiled. They don't care about other people's feelings. They only think that it's fun. Then I'll go and humiliate them. Mu Chichi got rid of Shunruoi's hand and went back to the 5 men. Chichi. Shunruoi was anxious. She was afraid that Mu Chichi would make a fool of herself. But Mu Chichi wouldn't accept it. She asked them directly, "Do you think that my family background is cool?" None of them expected Mu Chichi to provoke them so bluntly, and all 5 of them looked at her with interest. "We are wondering why you still have the cheek to appear here. Don't you think that your family background is embarrassing?" "I don't think so," Mu Chichi answered calmly. She didn't look down on herself at all. "That's interesting. Don't you know that half of the people in this banquet are talking about you behind your back?" One of the boys who was wearing a white suit said, "If I were you, I would have crawled into a hole in the ground. How shameless." "So what's the role of your parents in this banquet?" "A major general in the army. He has great achievements," the boy said proudly. "Even a major general can only cultivate a person who talks behind people's back. He's a sneaky person who bullies the weak and fears the strong." Mu Chichi retorted calmly, "What's wrong with my family background? Does it bother you? A major general's upbringing is just you. Let me ask you again. What are your achievements? You're already 18 or 19 years old. Don't tell me that you only know how to eat, drink, and have fun?" The boy stuttered when he was asked about his shortcomings. I know. I know that you will talk behind people's backs. You guys look like good friends. So, I have reason to believe that you will be marked by the company you keep. Do you think that I want to be respected by you? You think too highly of yourself." They were so angry that their faces turned red. But they didn't dare to be presumptuous because their parents were there. But Mu Chichi was different. It was her first time here. Even if she did something wrong, she would be forgiven first. Shunruoi witnessed the whole process of Mu Chichi's retaliation. She was worried that Mu Chichi would say something vulgar and bring shame to the Shun family. "Chichi, don't bother with these people. Just stay away from them. They're just a bunch of rich men. They might come to find trouble with you." "Sure." Mu Chichi was not afraid. She was being bullied now. How was she different from before? Chapter 201. I'm fine, Grandpa. I was humiliated by a few kids just now, but it's fine now, Grandpa. Shunruoi's answer was on the top. Mu Chichi's answer was on the bottom. Grandpa Shun glanced at Mu Chichi and asked her, "How did they humiliate you?" Mu Chichi told Grandpa Mu everything from the beginning. She did not hide anything. But in Shunruoi's eyes, Mu Chichi was just looking for trouble. Because she was not the one who was bullied. She just wanted to maintain her image as a well-mannered person. She did not want to have any conflict with anyone at the scene. But Mu Chichi was not afraid of fighting. Grandpa Shun's eyes darkened when he heard that. He asked Mu Chichi, "Tell me, which kids did you bully?" Mu Chichi pointed at the few people beside her. Grandpa Shun immediately recognized those children. They were the devil's incarnations. It was his granddaughter's first time attending such a banquet. She was humiliated in front of everyone. No one would be able to accept it. "Grandpa, it's just a quarrel between kids. It's not as serious as you think." Shunruoi tried to calm Grandpa Shun down immediately. "If you go and find trouble with those kids, I won't be able to get along with them anymore." Grandpa Shun did not say anything. He just looked at Shunruoi with a meaningful gaze. "I don't want to spend too much time with them," Mu Chichi told Shunruoi frankly. "Sister Ruoi, you can stay away from me if you don't want to get involved. Little girl, follow me." Grandpa Shun protected Mu Chichi by his side. Then he brought her back to his comrades. But Mu Chichi's action had alerted the parents of the kids. They were not from ordinary families. So it was inevitable that they would feel embarrassed. "Old General Shun, your granddaughter is really eloquent. It's the first time that she made the devil of the family so angry with just a few words. But it's just a quarrel between kids. I hope you won't mind it." The Major General's father walked up to the old man and spoke in a strange tone. Grandpa Shun smiled and patted Mu Chichi's shoulder. He replied, "It's important to know one's place. You should know what you should say and what you shouldn't. I'm afraid you should go back and teach your son a lesson. Otherwise, even if my granddaughter doesn't teach him a lesson today, he will be taught a lesson by someone else. Of course I won't take such a small matter to heart. However, if my granddaughter is unhappy, I won't be happy either. Today is Elder Lin's birthday, so it's not appropriate for me to lose my temper here. But, even though I'm retired, I still believe that my words carry some weight. Major General Zhong, you should behave yourself. You don't have to worry about that. I'm more worried about you, old Shen. After all, this is the world of the young. Aren't you afraid that your granddaughter will cause a disaster one day? Of course, the other party wouldn't be afraid of a retired old chief. Grandpa Shen smiled calmly, but he was not afraid at all. Just then, the Lin family knew that Grandpa Shen had a conflict with someone, so they quickly came to mediate. Oh, is everyone laughing at the Lin family for not taking good care of them? Both of you are people of high status. I hope that old Shen and Major General Zhong can be kind to each other for my father's sake. You're humiliating someone else's family matter in public. Are you saying that the Shen family is in the wrong? Grandpa Shen's voice became a little sharper. You have to be taught a lesson if you're not taught well. Old Shen, don't cross the line. The Major General couldn't let go of his pride. If I'm crossing the line, why would I let my granddaughter be bullied by your son? You don't have the right to argue with me yet. Everyone was protective of their children, but old Master Sheng had to tell the other party that Mu Qiqi was not someone who could be bullied by anyone. His son was not someone who could be insulted and slandered by anyone. If he was bullied the first time, how was Xiaoqi going to attend such occasions in the future? Of course, both of them were embarrassed. But Mu Qiqi and her granddaughter did not suffer any loss. Shen Ruai took a deep breath. She always wanted to be peaceful. She thought that she would not be liked by others if she competed with them. So, she thought that Mu Qiqi should not make a big deal out of it. Her mother said that Mu Qiqi had a low EQ, but she did not agree with it. But how could Mu Qiqi not know about it? But, she had already said that she would not give in on this kind of thing. It was not because she had a high EQ. If she still smiled when others were stepping on her head, that would be called stupid. She would not accept this kind of thing even if it was 100 years later. More and more people were talking about Mu Qiqi in the banquet hall. Of course, there were different opinions about her. But she did not care about other people's opinions. It was more important for her to live comfortably. At that moment, there was a commotion in the crowd. Mu Qiqi looked towards the entrance of the hotel. She saw a man in a black suit entering the banquet hall with Jing Yun. You must be Xing Xiao. Didn't you say that sixth brother is coming? The guests were paying close attention to the crown prince of Huang Yao. It could not be helped. He was the center of attention no matter where he went. Mu Qiqi looked at Xing Xiao. Xing Xiao looked at Mu Qiqi too. How many people in the banquet hall greeted Xing Xiao? But he did not respond to them. He would respond to the elders. But he would not even look at those who were not important to him. Mu Qiqi was afraid that her relationship with Xing Xiao would be exposed. So she turned around and looked at Shen Ruai. But in a blink of an eye, she saw Shen Ruai looking at Xing Xiao. She could not fake the admiration and surprise in her eyes. Suddenly, she understood why Shen Ruai wanted to get close to her. No wonder Shen Ruai noticed Sheng Zhao's English name. But Mu Qiqi looked away quietly. Then, she saw Xing Xiao walking to her and Grandpa Shen. Uncle Shen, you are here too. Grandpa Shen smiled at him. Xing Xiao was an important person. He knew what was going on when he saw the situation in front of him. He patted Mu Qiqi's head and protected her. Did the little girl get into trouble? She did not get into trouble. But she was bullied. Grandpa Shen looked at Major General Zhong. Xing Xiao knew what he meant. He smiled and said, I will take care of her. You can relax now. Then take good care of Xiaoqi for me. The old man ordered. If she gets talked about again, I'll make trouble for you. Chapter 202. People were afraid of Xing Xiao, because Xing Xiao was not someone who could be persuaded by force or persuasion. Moreover, he did things according to his mood. He had many ways to take revenge. Most importantly, he would always remember that grudge in his heart. Major General Zhong restrained himself when he saw Xing Xiao supporting Muqiqi. He did not think for himself. He had to think for his son. Offending Xing Xiao might not end well. He did not want his son to wake up on a mountain 4,000 meters above sea level. He did not want his son to wake up one day. Xing Xiao often did that to others. Major General Zhong wanted to turn and leave without drawing attention. But Xing Xiao saw him turn and quickly called out, "Major General Zhong, if I hear your son speaking rudely to Muqiqi in public like this again, he's going to suffer. There are 5 of them. Are you going to teach each of them a lesson? There are 5 of them. I will spend more money. I have money." Major General Zhong did not look happy. But he could not do anything to Xing Xiao. So he could only swallow his anger and leave. Humph, these people are really afraid of the strong and bully the weak. Grandpa Shen snorted when he saw that. I am getting old. I am not as strong as I used to be. That's because they underestimate your power. Grandpa Shen did not make any guesses about their relationship, because they were each other's benefactors. So, he understood that Xing Xiao would want to protect Muqiqi in such a situation. Then, I will leave it to you. Grandpa Shen smiled and pushed Muqiqi closer to Xing Xiao. Don't cause trouble for your uncle Xing Xiao. Xing Xiao raised his eyebrows at Muqiqi. He had something to tell her. But, Shen Ruai came up to him and greeted him. Uncle Xiao, do you remember me? Xing Xiao glanced at Shen Ruai. Then he asked casually, Who are you? I am. Forget it. I don't need to know who you are. It's a waste of time to remember your name. Cheer, come with me. Xing Xiao did not allow Shen Ruai to finish her sentence. He dragged Muqiqi away immediately. Now that Xing Xiao was by Muqiqi's side, everyone was looking at them again. The crown prince of the Sheng family seems to have something to do with that girl from the Shen family. No wonder he's so arrogant. It turns out that he has the crown prince behind him. Why would the scions of the aristocratic families fear him? That was because Xing Xiao was a ruthless character who showed no mercy to outsiders. He did not even care about his own family and friends. If he provoked someone, he would immediately tease them to death. He would use any kind of torture to show off. That was why he was such a famous demon in the outside world. Xing Xiao brought Muqiqi to the buffet counter and asked her to get some snacks. On the way here, she had texted Xing Xiao that she had not eaten anything, and Xing Xiao remembered that the little one had not filled her stomach, so he asked her to fill the bottom first. Xiao Xiao, I think Shen Ruai approached me because of you. She likes you. Muqiqi held the plate and stared at the man beside her. Xing Xiao looked at Muqiqi abruptly. Was the little one getting jealous? I'll say it again. I don't have any impression of her. Xing Xiao answered Muqiqi directly. She's just an insignificant person. But she approached me because she wants to get close to you. But I know my Xiao Qi. I will not let her get close to me. Xing Xiao smiled confidently. He sounded like he was asking for a beating. Muqiqi glared at him. This man was really annoying. Don't worry. No one in this world is your match, okay? After teasing Muqiqi, he smiled and added. Muqiqi smiled as well. She took some snacks and sat at the banquet table. Xing Xiao sat next to her and put his right hand on the back of Muqiqi's chair. He looked as if he was protecting her. No one would dare to be presumptuous towards Muqiqi anymore. Muqiqi smiled. She took a seat next to Muqiqi. Not far away, Shen Ruai was envious of Muqiqi. She was so envious that her eyes turned red. For so many years, she could only look at Xing Xiao from afar. She never had the chance to be so close to Xing Xiao like Muqiqi did. She wanted to be close to Xing Xiao too. But Xing Xiao did not remember her at all. He did not remember her. So, being nice to Muqiqi was the only way for her to get close to Xing Xiao. But when she lowered her head, she suddenly thought of the things in her handbag. She was very nervous because she had never done such a bad thing before. But she did not want to miss such an opportunity. Shen Ruai was struggling in her heart. Muqiqi ate the pastries with satisfaction. She felt more full now. But Grandpa Sheng suddenly walked toward them. He said to Muqiqi, Qiqi, come with me. I'll bring you to meet Grandpa Lin's grandson. Muqiqi was stunned. She turned and looked at Xing Xiao. Xing Xiao was expressionless. But Muqiqi could feel that he was trying his best to control himself. So Muchichi smiled and said to Grandpa Sheng, "Grandpa, I'm still hungry. It's not good for my image now." "They won't mind. Get up." "Grandpa, I really don't want to get to know the young master of the Lin family. Can you let me be more comfortable?" Muchichi felt helpless. So she told Grandpa Sheng directly, "I have a boyfriend outside." "Are you lying to me?" Grandpa Sheng stared at her. "Even if it's true, it's just a boyfriend. You're not married. I'm just asking you to get to know him. What are you afraid of?" "I'm afraid." She was afraid that the man beside her would eat her up. Shinruai walked toward them. She helped Grandpa Sheng to persuade Muchichi. "The young master of the Lin family is really handsome. You'll like him, Chichi." "I think my sister is more suitable." "Grandpa, please don't force me. Can you?" Grandpa Shin took a deep breath helplessly. He pointed at her and looked disappointed. "You're such a stupid girl." "It's good to be stupid," Muchichi said. "Bring your boyfriend home, and let me have a look at him." Then Grandpa Sheng left. She could tell that he was very disappointed. Muchichi looked at the so-called young master of the Lin family through the crowd. She was not interested at all. But Shenruai still felt that the matter was not serious enough. She continued to persuade her. "Chichi Muan is really a good girl. You'll like him. You shouldn't reject my kindness." "Sister Ruoi, I said I have a boyfriend." Muchichi explained patiently. Shenruai did not give up. She added, "You'll know my kindness in the future." Chapter 203. Lin Muan was handsome, especially his long and narrow eyes. He was really attractive. Such a man seemed to be full of emotions. Just look at what he said. It was really attractive. "Muan, you and Muchichi seem to be a good match." Shinruoi smiled. "Really? Thank you, Sister Ruoi." But Lin Muan glanced at Sheng Xiao, who was standing beside Muchichi. He greeted him politely. "Nice to meet you, Crown Prince." Sheng Xiao looked up at Lin Muan. But that glance was all it took for Lin Muan to understand. And he quickly added, "But I think that Miss Chichi doesn't like to be interfered with by elders. And I happen to be the same." Sheng Xiao looked at Lin Muan, and with his chin, and gave him a satisfied look. "You are sensible." Lin Muan laughed in his mind. He was worried for himself. Was Grandpa Shin setting him up? How could he get to know the person whom the Crown Prince was protecting? Others might not be able to see it. But he was an experienced man in love. He could see the murderous look in his eyes. Feelings can be cultivated. "Sister Ruoi, there are still many guests tonight. I'm sorry that I can't serve you well. I'll go now. Miss Muchichi, nice to meet you." Lin Muan was sensible. He did not dare to offend her. Muchichi had a good impression of Lin Muan. At least he was more sensible than Shinruai. She knew why Shinruai helped her. Firstly, she wanted Muchichi to owe her a favor. Secondly, she wanted to get close to Sheng Xiao. But she certainly didn't know that her action made Sheng Xiao want to strangle her. Soon, everyone had a new direction for gossip. Even the young master of the Lin family took the initiative to get to know her. But she ignored him. What was so charming about Muchichi? The others really wanted to know why, especially since Sheng Xiao was so protective of the little one. Shinruai was so jealous. She did not realize how jealous she was. "Uncle Xiao, you really love Muchichi. Don't eat too much. You'll have a stomachache later." Sheng Xiao ignored Shinruai and reminded Muchichi. Shinruai felt awkward. She turned around and left. On the other hand, the children who argued with Muchichi just now laughed at Shinruai. "You treat her as your younger sister, but she doesn't treat you as her elder sister. Look at her. You don't even exist in her eyes." Shinruai looked at them. Although what they said was unpleasant, it was the truth. She was so nice to Muchichi, but Muchichi did not care about her at all. Shinruai's grip on her purse tightened when she thought about it. It was not a big deal that Muchichi was in the limelight at the banquet. After all, she did not care about that. But Muchichi had stolen Sheng Xiao's attention, and that was something she could not tolerate. So she felt that she did not need to worry too much. So when everyone was gathered in the banquet hall, Shenruai went to the washroom with her handbag. Then, She looked for the hotel's service staff and told them something. Meanwhile, Muqiqi noticed that there were too many eyes on them. She quickly said to Sheng Xiao, "You should go and walk around too. Otherwise, I'll become public enemy number one." "What are you afraid of?" Sheng Xiao asked. But he still got up from his seat and walked to the elders. Then he talked to the guests. Of course, the guests also wanted to know why he was so protective of this little one. "The crown prince seems to like this girl from the Shen family. Is there any special reason?" The guests obviously wanted to know the gossip. "This little one saved my life. She is my benefactor." Sheng Xiao held his wine glass and smiled. "So I can't bear to see others bully her." The other party suddenly realized that the two of them had such a relationship. No wonder Sheng Xiao was being so considerate. "Then, you should repay her well." Sheng Xiao purposely revealed the fact that Muqiqi was his benefactor. He wanted to prevent others from guessing. Besides, he wanted to let everyone know that Muqiqi was the person Sheng Xiao wanted to repay. No one could touch her. To have you protecting this little girl, it's really a blessing from 3 lifetimes. Lin Muan, who was standing aside, rolled his eyes elegantly. Sheng Xiao's words were only meant to brush off the older generation. He was a sharp-eyed man, and he could tell that the relationship between Sheng Xiao and Muqiqi was not ordinary, all right? Of course, he would not offend the crown prince for no reason. After all, he still had the ability to help others. But did they not care about the difference in seniority between them? Moreover, he found Muqiqi very interesting. She fought against 5 people at the same time, and fought against the children of the aristocratic families. Her courage was not something an ordinary daughter of a rich family would have. He wanted to see how far Sheng Xiao and Muqiqi could go. After all, he thought that most of these relationships would end in vain. Moreover, it happened to the crown prince. That was the Sheng family. Soon, the banquet was about to begin. The guests entered the dining hall one after another. At this time, although Muqiqi was following behind Grandpa Shen, her eyes were fixed on Sheng Xiao. She wanted to know where this man was sitting. Grandpa Shen must be chatting with the elders. But the juniors had their own places to go. Muqiqi could not be separated from Shen Ruai. So when Shen Ruai called her, she walked over and sat beside Shen Ruai. Because Muqiqi was concerned about where Sheng Xiao would be sitting, she did not notice that her chair was different from the others. Shen Ruai did not touch the chair at all. She only glanced at the back of the chair from the corner of her eyes. Grandpa Lin went to the stage to give his speech. Soon the banquet began. Muqiqi saw Sheng Xiao, who was not far away from her. Sheng Xiao looked back at her and comforted her. "Be good. I will bring you home later." Muqiqi did not mind that Sheng Xiao was not by her side. But after a while, she felt that her back was itchy. So she scratched it subconsciously. Then she rubbed her fingers and found something powdery. She brought it to her nose and sniffed it. Shen Ruai saw her action and asked, "What's wrong? Is there a problem?" "Nothing." Muqiqi shook her head. But if Muqiqi observed carefully, she could see that Shen Ruai was a little nervous. After all, she had never done such a thing before. She just wanted to show off in front of Sheng Xiao. So, she could only let Muqiqi suffer. But she seemed to have forgotten something. Muqiqi was a medical student. Chapter 204. Shen Ruai noticed that Muqiqi was restless. She quickly looked at her body. She noticed that her back was red and swollen. She exclaimed, "Qiqi, your back, it's red and swollen. It's so big." Muqiqi was having a hard time holding it in. Shen Ruai stood up and said, "I'll send you to the hospital now." Sheng Xiao noticed Muqiqi's condition. He got up from his seat and walked toward them. Because Sheng Xiao was too eye-catching, many of the guests saw what happened. "What happened?" "Someone did something to my chair. It's been smeared with medicine." Muqiqi answered Sheng Xiao. Sheng Xiao steadied Muqiqi's body. Then, he looked at her back and frowned. Soon, he called Jing Yun, who was outside the arena. "Buy all the anti-allergy drugs in the pharmacy. Uncle Xiao, I'll buy them for Qiqi. It's okay." Muqiqi was suspicious of Shen Ruai. Shen Ruai seemed to have felt it too. She immediately explained to Muqiqi, "Qiqi, Are you suspecting me? I didn't mean to get this position. I didn't know it would turn out like this. I'll go and buy the medicine for you now. Shen Ruoyi looked concerned and wronged. Maybe it's those devils. Muqiqi did not want to wrong Shen Ruoyi. Wait for me. I'll buy the medicine for you now. I'll be back soon. Shen Ruoyi looked nervous. Then she got up from the chair. If Muqiqi guessed it right, it should be sulfonamide. It was used to treat burns. But if it was overdosed, it would cause allergic reactions. Sheng Xiao did not care about Shen Ruoyi at all. He did not care that Shen Ruoyi wanted his attention. Sheng Xiao knew that his little one was suffering. So he helped her up from the chair. Then he took off his suit jacket and put it on her. Then he left with her. Shen Ruoyi did not expect Sheng Xiao to be so excited. She followed behind them. It was a good chance to show off. What's wrong? Grandpa Shen looked at the three of them from afar. Why did they stand up from the dining table instead of eating? Shen Ruoyi wanted to explain. But Sheng Xiao had already helped Muqiqi up. He said to Grandpa Shen, Xiaoqi is allergic. I'll send her to the hospital now. Why are you allergic? The chair was smeared with medicine. You'll have to ask your granddaughter why she chose that spot out of all the others. Old Shen, I've said it before. If the Shen family doesn't like Qiqi, the Sheng family can raise her. Grandpa Shen understood what Sheng Xiao meant. Seeing that Muqiqi was really upset, he said, I will find out the truth and give you an explanation. Sheng Xiao did not say anything. He held Muqiqi and turned around. When he saw Shen Ruoyi behind them, he immediately said to her, You don't have to follow us. I'm worried about Qiqi. You don't have to worry about her. With that, he left the birthday party with Muqiqi. Shen Ruoyi stopped. She had mixed feelings. She wanted to act like a sincere sister. But when she chased after them, Sheng Xiao had already left with Muqiqi. Since Shen Ruoyi was sitting with Muqiqi, she was definitely a suspect. Of course, Shen Ruoyi was a smart person. She knew that Sheng Xiao and Grandpa Shen were suspecting her. But she did it on purpose. It was better than Sheng Xiao not remembering her at all. On the other hand, Muqiqi was sitting in the passenger seat. She wanted to scratch her back. Don't scratch me again. I'm not careful enough. Muqiqi frowned. There were beads of sweat on her forehead. While Sheng Xiao was driving, he called Jing Yin. Don't buy the medicine yet. Go to the hotel and get the surveillance footage first. It's not that serious. We found it early, said Muqiqi. Xiao, you have to believe me. I'm a medical student. I know the dosage. Do you have any idea? Sheng Xiao wanted to ask the suspect. It's hard to guard against a sneaky person, but I can't rule out Shen Ruoyi's suspicion. Muqiqi felt uncomfortable. Because Shen Ruoyi was too worried about her, she had doubts in her heart. Xiao, if it's the Shen family's business, don't interfere. If it wasn't for the fact that you're our benefactor, we would have been exposed to all kinds of rumors. Little one, is this what you should worry about? Huh? Sheng Xiao sneered. If he was not confident, why would he show up? I know better than you. I can guess what those people are thinking even with my eyes closed. No one is my match when it comes to playing with people's hearts. Muqiqi endured the itch. She knew that she had to be more vigilant in the future, because Shen Ruoyi might use her to get close to Sheng Xiao. The Lin family was alarmed when Sheng Xiao left with Muqiqi. So, the Lin family asked Lin Mu and to apologize to Grandpa Shen after the banquet. Grandpa Shen heard Lin Mu An's apology. He waved his hand and said that it was not the Lin family's fault. Moreover, he went to Shen Ruoyi's side after explaining the reason to his comrades. Shen Ruoyi's mind was filled with the image of Sheng Xiao leaving with Muqiqi. So, she was in a daze during the banquet. She was not afraid of being found out. She was just thinking about whether it was worthwhile to do it. Ruoyi, what is going on? Shen Ruoyi was confused when she saw Grandpa Shen sitting down. Grandpa, I don't know why Muqiqi is allergic. I saw an empty seat here after we entered the banquet. So, I saved one for Muqiqi. I don't know why this happened either. What is the truth? The CCTV can't lie to us. Grandpa Shen was not easy to fool. But he could not hurt his granddaughter's feelings. So his voice was gentle. Ruoyi, I know that your mother does not like Muqiqi, but I hope that you will not become like your mother. It happened at the Lin family's banquet. So Lin Muan asked someone to take away the chair that Mu Chichi was sitting on. He asked the doctor to do a full examination. He also checked the CCTV to find out who was the most suspicious person. It was obvious that she did not respect the Lin family by doing such a thing at the Lin family's banquet. Grandpa, don't suspect me. Am I not good enough to Mu Chichi? Shen Ruoi asked Grandpa Shen. I understand that you suspect Mommy. But I am me and Mommy is Mommy. I hope that you can believe me. I will never hurt Mu Chichi. Mu Chichi's identity is special. She was born in a special family. I can understand that outsiders look down on her and bully her. But I can't stand it when a family member attacks another family member. I just want to be frank with you. Whether it is Mu Chichi who treats you, or you who treats Mu Chichi, I hope that you will be like sisters and care for each other. I want to find out who is the one who has the dirty tricks. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.